Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Touhou Survival Open. Welcome to the lower bracket finals. It is SPIRITUALPANTHON versus Oscar. You may notice that there isn't any music playing right now, and that is because we have a little bit of a thing to go into before we talk about the match. This is really important community news. Honestly, I'm not really great when it comes to conveying this type of stuff, but the community needs to know about this. And thank you for FamilyTeam for informing me of this prior to these weekend's matches. Long-term community member Myler is currently in the hospital. I am not sure of the medical details. I do not want to speculate on these myself. There is a translation at the bottom right. But apparently there is a deep vein from Rose's Myler fainted and is currently unconscious in the hospital. So give your wish for Myler's best recovery. This is a really terrible situation. Hopefully everything goes well there. Hopefully Myler recovers. This would be devastating if not another long-term community member. Seriously, please. FamilyTeam at IHNN, if you two have any words, then I'll let you talk about this, of course, as well.
Yeah, thank you, George. Myler is a great friend of ours. He's always a very nice person. He's been supporting the community literally since day one, very literally since day one. So I was very distraught by the news, and we can only hope for the best, but sadly also be prepared for the worst. But I do have faith that we will see our friend again.
I don't really know him, and I hope that I get the chance to.
Myler is very long-term community member. He's been in the community since forever. So if you joined recently, you may have not known him. But basically, every old long-term community member in the Touhou community basically knows him. So that is why we wanted to put that on stream. But yeah, give your best wishes for Myler's speedy recovery, and that's what we wanted to say about that. I'm not sure what happened with the sound effect there. Oh, I know why the sound effect played there, because we transitioned back into the scene. But yeah, we have a Touhou Survival Open match today. We have SPIRITUALPANTHON versus Oscar. I'm going to get some music going on. My setup is a little bit broken from this. Normally, I don't touch Fuber after the start. But yeah, we have about 5 minutes to go. It is SPIRITUALPANTHON versus Oscar in the lower bracket finals. So this is where things really kick off. This is, I would say, let's just go right into the slides. We don't have a lot of time left anyway. So if you're new here, this is Touhou Survival Open. You get to play whatever game you want. It's just a normal Touhou Project tournament, except it's across different games. So that's how that works. If you've never heard of Touhou before, bullet hell shoot 'em up game, developed by our lovely Zune. And if you've never seen Touhou Project before, there are 2 links on screen. Get these open. You're gonna need them because we're gonna talk about a lot of jargon in the match and a lot of spell card abbreviations, everything. So it'll get very confusing very fast if you don't have this up. But yeah, just a quick summary once again. It is 1v1 credits. You can't reset. If you die in stage 1, you die in stage 1. And we have a penalty system. Everyone has a base penalty. Everyone has a permiss penalty. And whoever gets the lower penalty wins. Bombs and conditions are 2 misses, but we're not seeing these at this level in the tournament. It's just not happening. It is interesting. There is an option for players to waive condition penalties. We have never seen that matchup before. No one has, we've not had 2 similar games in this with conditions in this tournament. So interesting that it hasn't happened, but who knows. So I bring this up because this is a playtest tournament. We're just trying to finalize the metrics and everything. And 2025, hopefully, the first official tournament. But yeah, everything's subject to change. If you type TSO in the chat, then you get the links to the rulebooks, the metrics, everything right now. And also importantly, the feedback form. Seriously, give feedback. Even if it's just, metrics are right, that's really important. And this is a best of match, just like all the other bracket matches. This is now we're best of 5 now. This is probably the final best of 5 match. Depends on the grand finals being best of 7, obviously. But this is planned to be the final best of 5 match, the grand finals maybe best of 7, and there is a extended break policy where the players can call for a break of 15 minutes. However, this is also a great time to mention that Spill for Panfin is playing this async. So the way this will work is Oscar will be able to call for an extended break once, and every break I'm gonna roll a 1 in 5 chance, and if that chance triggers, then I will essentially call for Spill for Panfin live as a break, right? So Oscar won't know if there is going to be an extended break, you know, called on behalf of Spill for Panfin. So that's how that's gonna work. Here are the full brackets. You can see we are pretty much like, it is 2 matches left in the tournament. This is the lower bracket finals. Whoever wins this goes into the grand finals against Izunozumi on I always pronounce that name. Help me out, FamilyTeam. Izunozumi. So that is where we are currently standing.
And the loser of this match exits at 3rd place, which is very, very respectable.
Yeah, that is given if you look at who has progressed from this tournament, and if you look who made it into bracket stage alone, like Altair, Izunozumi, Will, Tamaki, Ruin, Adadoch, right? If you look at this lineup, right, 3rd place is very, very respectable in this tournament. So that is the setup going into this match. This is going to be quite the match. I really hope this goes to full length. I really hope. But yeah, do you two have any final words here? Because we are starting in about a minute here.
Wow, this is quite a match. Certainly, I do unironically expect, or at least hope for something like a match straight out of a Rocky movie. Like I said, like Spirit gets LNN first try, Oscar gets 2nd try, everything else is a draw. That would be a great way to settle this.
Yeah, I mean, these two have faced in the bracket earlier, right? Spirit's the one who knocked Oscar down to lower bracket, I think.
Sorry. Yeah, Spirit beat him.
Yeah, so this is the rematch from the upper bracket semifinals where Spill for Panfin knocked Oscar down to the lower bracket. So who knows if we're gonna see a repeat or if not, but we're gonna find out in less than 30 seconds because we are getting ready for this match here. Holy crap, the rematch from the almost one of the first matches in this entire bracket stage. This was, I believe, the 3rd match in the bracket stage, so I'm really happy for it. This time it's a best of 5. Not done after just 2 or 3 credits. We're going at minimum 3 credits here. Hopefully 5. Get your drinks, get your snacks. This is gonna be an amazing match. See you all on the other side.
You had bombs, okay.
And we're off. Okay.
Great.
We have Ryzen again.
Excellent. We have 2 of the best players in the tournament. If you like Touhou and you're not here, you are missing out. It's a party here at Touhou Survival Open and everyone's a winner. We bring you the hottest event of the year. You'll sit back and enjoy the ride on this bullet hell train, and regardless of the result today, these 2 players can go to sleep tonight knowing they're a legend for the ages. That's right. Here at Losers Finals, we have a run back of the match of the millennium.
Holy
2
crap.
top players, 2 top difficulty games. On the left corner, we have the top player slayer, SPIRITUALPANTHON. And on the right corner, a round of applause for the new Low-K all-shot LNNer in town, the first in the Western Hemisphere. Let's once again greet the Oscar player, Oscar!
This is why I invited FamilyTeam for commentary.
Where to go from that?
That is why I invited FamilyTeam for commentary. Let's go. Alright, miss penalties here. Oscar starts with 0.1, Panfin starts with 1.1, which means Oscar has a 1 miss advantage. And that carries over, if my calculations are correct here, for around 6 or 7 misses here. IHNN, I believe you have an entire spreadsheet.
Yep. Yep. The crossover point, at which point it's a tie, would be 6 miss EOSD, 8 miss LolK.
We're not saying
Oscar
that.
Oscar's worst run so far has been a 7 miss. His second worst was a 6 miss, so that's not happening. But if it does get to that point somehow, after those miscounts, Oscar would have a 2 miss advantage.
Oh yeah, we have to remind the viewers, by the way, that as far as miscounts go for a run that still finishes LMB 1cc, you know, USD is normally at most an 8 miss, while LolK is funny to calculate, but theoretically LolK could be a 29 miss and still LMB.
Yeah, LolK is kind of wild when it comes to how many resources, like how many misses you can get in that game.
Oh, very hard clear even with all those misses. So being confident enough to like reliably low miss is huge.
Which is why it starts off with basically one of the lowest miss penalties in the entire series for this metrics.
Even
but
the
also,
best shot is 0.6 base.
Yeah. But the very interesting part is that these metrics are not based around which which game is the easiest to LNB. The low score metrics, like for low misses, are based around how hard it is to actually get these low score runs, right? Which, funnily enough, there isn't, you can see by the miss penalty, there is a difference, obviously, right? Okay. Whoa! Stage 1 death!
Oh no!
Eagle.
It's like SPIRITUALPANTHON almost cursed this Oscar because he always misses on Satan against him.
Oh no! Okay, that's not a good start for Oscar because, okay, Oscar is still in the lead, but here's what I was just about to talk about. I guess this is technically a jinx. You start off with LolK, you start off with that miss penalty advantage because LolK LNN, right, by most people's opinion should beat an EOSD LNN, by most people's opinions, right? But that advantage really quickly disappears when you get to like 1 or 2 miss versus an EOSD LNN, because the EOSD LNN is also a absolutely bonkers hard run to get live in a tournament setting like this. So we will see how that all plays out, but this is not the miss you want to get on Oscar's side, because you want that misadvantage to kind of carry over to like stage 3 or 4, possibly even like Clown Piece, because Clown Piece in Jungle...
You don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose that in stage 1. Ringo and Dorami could both very easily claim that, because EOSD's early game is very consistent.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And also, this is why we save spot Cerno on 1.
So that's why you don't micro the first wave. Like, you can macro the first wave, and it's fine even without a safe spot, but wow.
Okay, this one might be the media credit for both of them. We will see.
Yeah, hopefully not for either of them. Like, it's very early. As I was about to say before this happened, despite the fact that LolK and USD are both of the hardest games in the series, they're balanced extremely differently as far as difficulty goes. USD, ironically, is one of the easiest early games in the whole series, while LolK is by far the hardest. Not that LolK has an easy late game by any means, but USD is far more late game stack compared to LolK, especially if you play one of the homing shots in LolK, but still LolK is absolutely a brutal game.
Yeah, if you're playing one of the homing shots, LolK gets a bit of a breather from the start of stage 4 all the way up until about Lunatic time, even a little after that, but with Raisin or Marisa, stage 5 is much harder.
Which is why these shot types have an almost I think 1.0 advantage over the homing shots in this game in LolK.
Sana is 0.2.
Okay, yeah, but
Sana also has a much worse Junko fight at the end, which is quite significant.
Yeah, but Raimu in LolK, I believe, is 1.1, if I remember correctly. 0.6. Okay. I must be remembering the old metrics pre-scaling, because we had a scale down right before the tournament started. Where we basically scaled the penalty scores from being, I think, like a 5 or 6 range to a 3 to 4 range. And we did that because we wanted to make sure that, like, you don't get, like, you don't get an LNN losing to, like, a 5 or 6 miss. Okay, this is, I mean, it's all balanced now again, because they're both 1 miss. So both the misses kind of cancel each other out here for the time being. which
Yep,
is
though
good.
the more of those cancel misses that happen, the more it favors Oscar, just because of that
Yeah.
tie-break situation.
Yeah, I'm not too
Hopefully we
worried
don't get
about
there.
Oscar's miss. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Oscar's miss. I'm more worried about Spirits because UST hasn't started yet. Loki starts from stage 1, which is a shocker for Touhou games.
Yeah, Ringo is easily by far the hardest stage 2 boss in the series. Very dense, very random on some of the hard attacks.
Okay. This
What
is.
the hell is happening?
Well, we just had
No.
a failed slow graze, which
This is certainly
Nah.
leading up to be a meteor kind of credit for both of them.
Okay, this is a big problem to Oscar because yeah, sure, like I said, I wasn't too worried about Oscar's miss on stage 1 because it's okay, those happen, and sure, you do miss on Ringo too, but not here. Definitely not here. He could miss again on Lunatic September, and that would really put him behind.
That would
yeah,
put
that
it
was a
behind.
miss to basically nothing.
I mean, that's his tournament format, and also nerves at this point, like, come in a huge play. You are, like, in the, like, you know if you win this match, you're going in Grand Finals. Also, that was a kind of scuffed way for an Oscars, and, you know, this
Getting
card
pushed
just
to the
too bad.
side is not good. That might have to do
Oh,
with
this
the
is
start of
bad.
wave
Okay,
3.
okay.
Why? Okay,
Okay,
sure.
it
opened up
There leads
last
the through,
second.
Very good. We can just pretend that
Power
their
raise is still
weird
two
miss was
waves,
the Luna
so-
Okay. I mean, the way this has been going, the way, you know, dying to Cerno, you know, non-1, let's hope we don't die to mailing as well, because going 2 miss into stage 4 would be kind of a disaster for Pantheon as well. Like, going...
Dreamtime?
Yeah. Going 1
Dreamtime
miss...
can happen.
Yeah, going 1 miss into stage 4, that's still okay, because mailing can do things to you sometimes. Mailing is just mailing sometimes.
Definitely.
And this is where it starts, by the way. Dreamtime can sometimes just wall you.
This is such a beautiful spell design. I mean, it doesn't even fit.
I'm
Mailing's
looking at this.
team.
This
Why
is
it all
not
blue?
this is not confident routing on Pantheon's end. Staying in the middle there instead of routing around, but is telling me that while Pantheon was playing these credits async, did not have a lot of confidence there. Because that's exactly the kind of routing that I do when I'm not playing at my full level. Like just staying in the
Yes,
middle, not
with
macro
Spirit.
routing or in Streamline.
Maybe it's funny. Sock, he got the Sakuya on IN while having a massive fever, while Spirit here is playing with a massive flu. So is he going to get a buffed or debuffed by that?
Okay, this that was a kind of spicy
Yeah,
final
that
for
was-
mailing, but oh good,
That
oh
was
good.
a funny one. And also Oscar is doing funny score strats because why wouldn't he?
Oscar, stop scoring. You died to it once already today.
Oh god.
Yeah, he also died to it a lot of times on the other match with Spirit.
Please do not stall Ochre when you get there. I know it's the
no.
easy, funny spin spell, but please.
He's gonna do that, isn't he? Don't discount on it.
Oh god.
Okay,
Alright,
Spirit, don't die to this again. This
Yeah.
is literally a
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
stage section.
Yeah, Spirit died to those cancel fairies the other day, and that was not great.
Okay, almost time for books. Wow, funny, we're
Yep.
not synchronizing Darmin on one with books this
Yep.
time.
Here it goes, books.
We had a slower
If you
eagle.
cap this, you kind of make up for the miss. This is not great. We're in the center. Oh, in the center.
Not unexpected, sadly.
At least it's just the one.
Yeah.
So I guess it
no
is pretty hard to
right?
double miss
Yes.
there.
Okay, now time for Darmin on one on Oscar
Yeah.
screen.
Oh boy,
Give
Dormy.
it your best shot.
That oh no, just ran straight into
No,
the
double
bullet.
miss here. He can double miss here. Please don't. Please don't.
What is
please.
this?
This is the
He can
second
still
wave
double
that's
miss.
hard.
Be careful, my man! Oh my goodness! Please don't stall this either, please.
If you told me like 30 minutes ago that going past, going into stage 4 ESD and into Dorami, you would have 2 miss on ESD and 3 miss on Dorami. I'd have called the cops on you. What is this
please,
match?
He's doing the funny. Oh, he's not.
What is this match?
Be careful with non-2. It's not easy either.
Mostly scary if Dorami moves down, which fortunately she is staying mostly normal on the screen.
Please, Oscar.
Oh my god, you went really low there.
Please, Oscar.
Nice,
you can
nice. We're through. We're through.
Oh my goodness.
We are through.
Yeah, 3 power is not nice for Oscar.
Oh, he's doing the
Oscar.
funny scoring. He's going to get bonked by a bullet, and I'm going to wake up every person in the neighborhood because it's 7 a.m.
Oscar, thank you.
Good. Just shoot down the thing. This non is still not easy, but it's a breather compared to everything else.
That's a very stable pattern. Once you know how to approach it, you just do the same thing every time. Takes a while to get there, but you know, Oscar has been playing this game for how long?
Okay, time for Patchouli on Spirit's End.
And also, Oscar, this is a car you can die to sometimes. I don't expect Oscar to die in this, but then again, Oscar is already free miss. Okay, we're fine. What was that strategy on Spirit's End? Staying in the middle of the bullet lanes on Pachinon, what I've never seen that.
Real Winter does that.
Yeah, also Bury.
Good.
Oh, we said not go. Oh no!
This is 2 horrible bearing lake waves in a row.
Ah, it's just Bury.
Oscar did escape the rest of Dorami without any more errors. So Oscar's been 1 miss, 1 miss, 1 miss by stage.
Okay, that didn't look like it because most people just see just be like, oh, Patchouli. Oh my god, Pantheon keeps going for that strat. That's crazy. But
It's consistent, technically.
I know there's something called the Patchouli effect, where like the laser hitboxes are way smaller than like what they look like. But I do not trust Patchouli lasers. I feel like it's way too risky trying to avoid a miss by playing with the laser hitboxes.
Yeah, the hitbox either spawns in late or disappears early compared to the visual, so you can visually pass through the laser and live.
Okay, Water Elf, which my fellow commentator friends once here called streaming with minor inconveniences.
Oh god.
Streaming with major inconveniences, more like, especially with this stupid pattern. Oscar,
we are streaming with minor inconveniences to Stage 4 Chapter 3.
What are you doing?
Stage 4 Chapter 3 with the forward shot is a little scary, so
guys,
it can happen, but
I think this
Not even looking there.
I think this might be the media credit.
is Oscar trying to get a 6 miss with no LNN stages?
How specific? I mean, theoretically,
Megalith next week.
That's threatening.
Kind of got dodged by a couple bullets there while trying to go for red raid, but this is
Please end.
okay. Nice Megalith, nice ending.
Good. That's not a terrible pace out of stage 4 at all. It's just slightly less optimal than you'd wish. Like, it's really not an unreasonable result.
What even are these miss scores? What? This is lower bracket finals, by the way.
Why do you keep doing this, Oscar? Just play the game.
I mean, this is just Oscar's strategy for this section. He, as far as I know, hasn't died to it once because it is consistent, but a little tighter than the easy strat of just tap.
That was an Ascalancher on Spirit's End because he refuses to do this section like a normal person.
Also, reminder that both of these players have pulled a 1 miss in their respective games in this tournament.
Yeah. That's just format sometimes. Like, you need to be at your top game the entire tournament, and if you're Pantheon watching this back right now, you're like, ah shit, if I didn't trend this credit, I would have been guaranteed to win this. And if you're Oscar, the same thing, right? Like, Pantheon is already free miss.
Yeah. Kill misdirection.
Also, this misdirection route. God.
Please, Phantom, what are you doing?
Okay.
Well, at least he almost timed out the whole spam. It's not much because he took so long on MD. This is the proper spam strategy, by the way. He's barely moving, which is correct.
Yeah, but you just get to ignore half the bullets here. All the little blue dots and red kunai just do not matter.
Well, sure, now we have a free miss space into Sakuya! And Oscar is
given-
ironically fighting the easiest boss in the game.
Given how this credit has been going, I don't think Panfin's one is gonna be free. Oh, okay. Wait, is Panfin in the lead for the time? Yeah, Panfin is in the lead for the time being. For the time being. But it is Sakuya we're talking about. Oh, the lead switches like immediately.
But he missed.
Oh my
He
goodness.
missed the Sagume, man. This is gonna cost him.
What is this match?
Yeah,
Oh no. Okay, this is like match analysis live, but Spirit is ahead, dude. You're not. Spirit is just in the lead now because you're not supposed to die here. This wasn't a miss that was expected to happen. Spirit is basically on the lead.
yeah, but even if it's not expected to happen, it still happened. It's still part of the scores.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but you know-
That non-2 was about to kill Spirit, but we're fine. Okay.
This is a slightly ugly looking.
What were the tie
world,
scores
but
again?
sure.
6 and 8, miss?
Yeah, 6 and 8.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
The 2 missed to stage 4. This was his worst stage so far, which is wild to think.
Yeah, stage 4 is often considered one of the easier stages in LoLK. I would even go so far as to say it is the easiest stage.
KD. Oh, bullet searching. You dash left. Oh, dash right. That works too.
Go right, man.
Oh, this is such a bad setup.
Far left. Far left.
That's the thing about KD.
Right.
Sometimes just the bullets dodge you and.
Oh, whoa, dude.
The KD cap from hell.
Yeah. Yeah, about as stable as going on unicycle on the wrong side of the road.
So this very well. I think there is a very big possibility here that both of them miss one more time to their respective stage 5 bosses. And then Oscar what I was going to say is they miss one more time to the next boss, so, you know, the Panfin on Vermilia, right?
A fairy almost hugged him.
It's Morbin
I
time.
think Oscar is more likely to miss to part of the stage than to clown piece, honestly.
That's true. But what I'm trying to go out is that...
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is this?
God.
None. Okay, no mix spot, that's fine. As long as you can dodge this.
Oh,
good read.
No, please. Spirit.
Good read,
Oh
good read.
my god. Okay, again, match analysis live. I think the ball is slightly on Oscar's court, kinda.
I think
Oscar
what this
needs
is going to lead up
deliver.
to is there's a very, very high likelihood that Oscar may be put in a force like Junko LNN position.
Yes, if it depends.
Especially with Fat
No,
Miss.
please, George, you have to bring it up. Now this is.
Well, Panfin could win this credit with a Vermilia NN right now, but how likely is that?
Why micro those? There's so much space.
My
3 power
goodness.
for laser hell is very bad.
I'm actually going nuts,
Oh
man.
no!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think.
This could
unless,
be. This is probably game.
Yeah, this is probably game unless.
Panfin
there's
has a
train
1 miss
wreck on-
advantage now. Panfin can miss once and still be in the lead.
Yeah, and Oscar will have to do very well on Clown Piece
I
and
think
Junko. Good luck.
I think honestly, if you're Oscar here, you just immediately call for an extended break and reset, reset your mind here.
We'll see
Like,
what
if I'm Oscar here, right, I just call the extended break on credit 1.
Oh. Okay, Vampire Illusion. There's still a chance that Spirit could lose because the free next spells are the free next spells. This is the hardest stretch in the entire series. What do you think about it, George? Vampire Illusion, non-4 with Sprinklers and Bubble Stream.
Yeah.
Scarlet Meister
Oh,
and
nice!
Scarlet
Oh my god!
Man.
That was a really good, like, kind of like circle dodge on like final bullets around Vampire Illusion.
I'd give hardest stretch to Okina Snowman to final with a bad shot.
Do you feel so? We were discussing this a few weeks ago, the hardest stretch in the whole series. This is definitely a contender.
Absolutely.
Alright, since Panfin is rolling async, I am going to I'm gonna ask after this match I'm gonna ask IHNN for a random number. But for someone we have Meister. Oh my god!
DNF? No.
And meanwhile Panfin is just copying Meister. I added the Mr. Panfin, my bad. I added the Mr. Panfin. Oops.
We're at 4 right now.
I'm messing up some things right now. Oops. Remove difficulty penalty. Remove miss. Think I got everything fixed. And then Oscar missed for an 8 miss. Okay.
This is game. Unless he somehow dies thrice here, which is almost impossible.
Twice would put it to a tie.
Twice would put it to a tie.
But unless Vermilia builds a wall, that's not happening.
Slightly disappointing showing here from Oscar on round 1, but I'm confident that Oscar has been pulling amazing runs lately. So yeah,
that's one, but too late.
Unless he dies again.
Yeah, you're not dying again.
Unless there's a wall right now.
Which there kind of is.
Okay. Alright, that's GG.
Almost, but I mean, we were talking at the beginning of this match. We're not going to see miscounts that high. We almost did.
Okay, IHNN, give me a random number between 1 and 5.
4.
The random number generator says 4. Okay, that is Oscar does not have to take the extended break here for himself because that is the random chance that Spiritual Pantheon would have taken it in this match. That's the way we're handling like the 2 async, because Panfin is playing async, right? But if we say only Oscar can call for a break, right? Then Oscar would technically only have 1 extended break this match, right? If Panfin was playing live, there would be another break called by Panfin at some point, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so if you're Oscar in this situation, do you finish the credit? Like, do you take the stage 6 practice? Or do you try to get straight into just full-on practice?
Take the stage 6 practice.
Yeah, that too. You take the stage. You finish this credit.
Encourage him to finish this credit. He really needs it. Don't take the extended break now. Just do it. Just take the stage 6 practice. He needs. This wasn't his game. Just wasn't. Oscar is probably very frustrated of how this credit went. It sadly went about as badly as it could have.
But yeah, that's it is game. But take the stage 6 practice and then take the extended break and then go back into it and win credit 2.
Actually, because the result is decided, Oscar could even go extended stage 6 practice and try to time down things for extra practice outside of the break.
That could be a strategy.
Could be, yes. I mean, it makes no difference anymore.
It would be an absolutely wild thing to realize, but it is possible. I kind of want to see a PDA timeout.
And it wouldn't be bad sportsmanship because, you know, it's part of, you know, regular gameplay. Like, bad sportsmanship would be to pause the game, right? But, like, if you're timing out stuff for practice, that's valid.
Okay, we'll see what Oscar will do.
We'll see. Well, okay, so long, Oscar has been checking results at the end of stage 5 to see what kind of stage 6 is needed, so he will know, almost certainly.
This break, by the way,
decided he will finish the credit.
This break is because Oscar was just typing. Oscar will be finishing this, so we do get to see some stage 6 here.
Okay. Oh, he's shooting down the spirits, but he doesn't even need power. Oscar, you rascal.
Scoring strat
Oscar, why are you doing this?
We're putting on a show. This is showing
Oscar,
that if you're doing an LNB, you can get the life piece out of this chapter without too much difficulty. Which is useful to know, because most people just don't shoot at all.
I didn't even know you could get the life piece. I never was able to get it.
But honestly,
Okay, why are you shooting down everything?
I'm gonna be real. If you tell me at the start of this match that a 5-miss EOSD wins the first credit, what the fuck?
It's a very strange credit.
Yeah.
Oscar. A lot of misses I would never expect.
This is something you can just screenshot the bottom right of a stream just out of context and like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what happened here?
Yeah.
But if you ask people, what do you think happened here? Who would even predict Turno on 1?
Yeah. Sure, no.
We've got a great heavy rain here.
Spirit
What
won
are you
with
doing?
a...
What the? What?
This is a rain
Huh?
for...
I just realized it. What is he doing? What are you doing?
What? No! That would have been a legendary rain capture. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
This is what happens when you take a super player and give them absolutely no stakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spirit won with a Sonon on 1 death.
Would have been 4 minutes without that.
Also, let's not run. Okay. Okay. I think my run was intentional.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Is he going to begin scoring now? No, please don't. Just get your practice, man.
Yeah, definitely don't go for scoring. Just, he's trying to... Is this... this is just a lineup and then going up and down. It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't actually see the enemy indicator, which, by the way, Lauke has an enemy indicator, which,
Yes.
if you didn't know, it's not obvious, but it's there. People use the enemy indicator for the lineup.
Oh, we're going all out
Okay,
scoring!
we're scoring. We're scoring now.
I kind of
So,
disagree
it
with
turns out-
this. I am not keeping track of misses here. I am just going to say, hold up.
Yeah, so Raisin's Bomb lets you, so the way Raisin's Bomb works is you press X and then you get 3 shields around Raisin that increase your hitbox and your graze box, and when you hit a bullet, it clears the stuff around you and gets rid of one of those shields, shrinking both of those slightly. So what Oscar's doing is he's alternating bombs to graze more lasers on the side, and then grazing each wave as it spawns to rack up, as you can see, 10,000 graze in this chapter alone.
Okay, I need to show the commentators a silly image because it's what I just imagined.
Do you post it in general? Oh god.
I'll post it in a second. I mean, come on, we're not in a rush anymore. Come on,
But yeah.
when you
Good
want
idea
memes,
to
you
not
can
do scoring
find them.
strats on this and take the survival practice. I mean, this is
Especially
kind
with
of this is kind
this
of
is
the grazing
better
strat.
practice too. This
Yeah.
is better practice because this is 3 shield Raisin on Lilies. So remember, the hitbox is like literally more than
Yeah.
twice as large as it usually is right now.
Okay, but let's commentate this for a second. We must remind the viewers, by the way, that Oscar is the current world record holder for race and scoring in this game.
Hey, you see that top score? Nobody has a higher one.
Yep.
And also, you see the score getting racked up on TSO metrics here? Nobody's going to have a higher one by the end of this either.
Yeah, he's scoring TSO. Okay, I posted the image in general, like this face I posted in general,
Oh
because
my god.
this is what I... Okay,
Oh my
this is what I imagine,
We're
like
spawn grazing, I think.
someone is going to come here late, probably someone from the Americas because it's 7 in the freaking morning, and then they're like with their coffee like, I wonder how the Oscar versus Spirit match is going, and then they see
Alright.
66 miss, and they're make like face like,
Please
What?
take the survival practice on this, seriously. This is the stuff you want to practice for the next credit. I know you also have 50 minutes between this, but also just take any time you can practicing this, because like practice is a really good mental reset after a run goes haywire like that.
I mean, in a way, so is scoring plot. That's something completely different.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is just a treat.
The really interesting part.
I don't jump rope.
The really interesting part is the way extended breaks get called, right? Is that it's 50 minutes from the end of the credit. So it is a really, really good situation for Oscar here.
Okay, he's not even practicing TSS because it's impossible, as we all know.
Yeah. I mean, did you know that it's actually theoretically possible to capture TSS with 3 shield raisin?
Oh.
I got 2 and almost 3 waves in a row, but it's really, really, really precise.
Was that death intentional? Does it matter?
It's more spawn graze. Like, look at how much graze gets racked up on this TSS. We got 13,000. Like, look at that score. 69,325,000. A little late to start going for scoring strats. I don't think this is going to hit anywhere close to 3 billion.
Okay. This pattern looks very funny. It's not like I've never watched Oscar scoring, but it's like watching this.
Never like that.
It's like he's just breaking the pattern completely.
Oh no! It's the Wood TSS copy master. Everyone post :3 in the chat.
:3. No. No.
There we go. Alright.
Okay, PDH cap, right?
I am.
PDH cap.
Yeah. No, this is. I don't think Oscar's gonna go for cap. I'm pretty sure Oscar's just gonna go to phase 4 and then just time out the rest of this.
Okay, but sure, that's even cooler, right? I just mean, is he going to do survival, or is he going to try to get big money?
I mean, if you're smart,
I mean, getting big money on this is just trying to dodge as long as you can.
If you're smart,
to rack up more graze.
If you're smart, you also just take this practice time for phase 4. Like, this is a really interesting situation. Oscar can just maximize his practice time here, mid-match. I fully expect Oscar to stop shooting at the moment it hits phase 4.
I mean, reminder, this is also PDH with 2 or 3 shield raisin.
Oh no! Oscar is shooting. Never mind.
Almost a
no,
shield cap.
Wait,
no. Oh, is he going to time out? I guess so, yeah.
It might have only been 1 shield raisin, but even still, like, PDH is hard enough with normal hitboxes, let alone a bigger one.
Miss.
And that is
Well,
done.
Congratulations on the highest
Looks like it'll be a
scoring
billion after
PS1
clear
ever.
bonus.
Oh,
Congrats
God.
on 1 billion.
Yeah, congrats on 1 bill.
no, I'm sorry. Where's my OBS? Where's my OBS? Where's my OBS? Please do not zoom me soon. Thank you. Alright, that is, I don't know what says match finish, right? We're definitely not done. We are most certainly not done. We are also, there you go, next credit. So, because the random chance hit to kind of like simulate, Pantheon calling for an extended, break, Oscar has a lot of time here to, to practice matches, do whatever he needs to do. And, yeah, but now that we are done with the credit, what the hell happened?
Oscar will have a long time to think about what he did.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what happened.
I think we saw the first time scoring strats in a survival run really backfired.
Yes. Do you think he's going to take those out next time?
No.
You're probably correct.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just do my bit that I always do here. Spiritual Panthon wins 5 miss on USD Rainbow B over whatever the hell miss on Oscar with
Whatever the hell
Over
Raisin.
stage 6 scoring.
That sounds
Over
about
1
right.
billion with Raisin.
That sounds about right. Whatever, how many missed.
I wonder if we will see Oscar change shot type after that.
I think I mean there's a reason Oscar switched to Raisin. I would not be surprised if Oscar sticks with Raisin for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
Also because there is no fundamental difference in miscon. Like the only difference is that the tie would happen at 7-5 instead of 8-6 if my math is correct.
No, I'm not meaning to switch to Marisa. I'm meaning to switch to like Sanai or something.
Oh.
Maybe. Reimu would be very consistent, but then we will have
Reimu
to analyze.
gives us the one misadvantage at the start.
Yeah.
Reimu
that's
turns
a
into
good
a
point,
0
yeah.
misadvantage. It switches to 1 at 3-4.
But she would get better runs, probably.
Yeah, between Raisin and Sanai, there is a compelling argument to make the swap given this match scenario.
Yeah.
It depends, of course, on what Oscar wants to do.
Yeah, or just goes Marisa, who knows? Who knows? We will find out in about 12 minutes, so you all have some time to, if you hadn't gotten your snacks, now is a really good time, because we're gonna take a little bit of an extended break here, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for second credit.
Nice spirit to let more people wake up for this.
Good point. But yeah, we'll come back for the second credit soon, and hopefully Oscar wins that one, so we can see this entire match go all the way. Or, it could still go all the way, even if Pantheon wins the next one, but then it gets really tight, because then Oscar has to win 3 in a row. So that would be really rough.
3-0.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a reverse sweep before. We've seen Maki win after being 1-0 down against Real Winter, so...
And by the way, George, look at chat. Someone did, in fact, come here like, 66 miss?
Yeah, so I just put something there because Oscar started scoring and hitting raisin bombs all over the place, so I just put 66 miss on there. But
Having raisin bombs with misses sounds impossible.
But honestly, the way low kick goes, I think pretty sure in this metric, he'll probably hit 200 miss.
Yeah.
Because Ryzen gives you 3 misses per bomb? You have 3.
Plus the bomb itself.
Yeah. You can
So
probably
it'd be 12 per bomb, 36 so 36 misses per life, plus the miss for the life itself is 37 misses per life. And you can get some almost 30 lives. So yeah, you could get 1,000 points if you really wanted to. Sorry, it would be 800 because it's 0.8 per
that
miss.
might honestly, for the official tournament, when that eventually happens in 2025, someone remind me to host that as a fun exhibition match, low-key max penalty scoring. That would be funny. Anyway.
No, make it LOLK versus Hidden Star.
Oh yeah, releases too. All right.
Wow.
I would say let's give everyone this extended break as well. Have them calm themselves down, and we'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Yep. Get some water, get some rest, get some snacks. We'll see y'all in 10 minutes.
の素敵な夢私と風の中でくるくるダイビング tonight You don't get, you don't get 隠してた秘密ちらり見える恥ずかしのあなたのほにゃらら内緒は許さないあなたのすべてが私の手の中月が満ちるは美しい夜で光も怪しく誘うから夜空に浮かべたいわ瞬くような眩しい夢あたりに散りばめたらキラキラのファンタジー夜空は吹き飛ばすわいつか見た恐ろしい夢涙も風の中へひらひらダイビングナイ空に夜空に歌いたい何もかもいいじゃない委ねたらいいじゃない素敵な夜じゃないうさぎと実を投げよう夜空は無敵な場所転げ回る自由な夢私のお気に入りよときめきのファンタジー夜空に浮かべたいわ瞬くような眩しい夢あたりに散りばめたらキラキラのファンタジー夜空に身を投げてはめくるめくの素敵な夢私と風の中でくるくるダイビング tonight
いつかの風景は稲荷の生じゃ取り戻せないから真実は目の前にあるもの善とか悪じゃないんだ本能で感じたまま吐き出してみなよほら信仰は時にはそのアンテナを破壊するでしょうその度にまた目を開けて Sing for the salvation of the world焼き尽くされたあれのに立ち尽くす人の群れが描いた夢
We are back with credit 2 of this loser or lower bracket semifinal or final. Sorry, I am fumbling terms. We are joined for this credit. Family Team is still here, but we are also joined by Shodan as soon as he is visible on the display.
Yeah, George, you're still here.
We did see a shot type switch. Oscar switched to Reimu.
Oh yeah, we theorized about this because he hasn't been doing great against Spirit for some reason, so he's going for the far more consistent pick here in Reimu. Even if he really... George, you don't have the score beneath Spirit.
Yeah, Reimu is a gamble for sure in this scenario.
George has finally put me on the display so I can actually talk. Otherwise, people wondering who the fuck is this third voice calling and why don't want to hear his...
Yeah, so the score difference for Reimu is actually quite interesting here. As was mentioned after the last credit, Reimu has a base score of 0.6, which means that Oscar no longer has a default 1 miss advantage. 1 miss will put him behind. The trade-off for this is as soon as you start hitting 4 miss, that it goes back to being a 1 miss advantage.
And given how the first run started, that might actually be a real possibility now. I mean, Benny is always Benny. It's a gambling machine disguised as a video game, but... The
EOSD miscount for a tie with this setup is 3 miss, which is very easily possible for EOSD.
Yes.
We hope to not see any more Seiren deaths here today from Oscar. Well, we can't count on that because she's difficult, but at least not on this credit, please, especially since he switched to the meta shot type. Has he even used Reimu all this tournament?
No, it was Marisa through the qualifiers and the bracket stage, and then it switched to Raisin. I think it was for the first time yesterday against Maki.
Yeah, because he got the Marisa element, so he's not interested in playing her anymore.
Yeah, now we have a switch to Reimu. Reimu's advantages are very numerous in this game. She has a slightly smaller hitbox, which is the least of them, and extremely strong homing. Why are you grazing Eagle?
Why are you doing this, Oscar? You switched to the more consistent shot type and you do this?
Now, we also saw a pretty disastrous Stage 5 section with the last credit for Raisin. Reimu's homing makes that section basically not exist. Sanae can do the same thing, but Sanae trades that for lower boss damage, which results in a much worse Junko fight.
Okay, this is the spell that Oscar has been missing a lot lately. He does this strat, which looks like a scoring strat, and it may be as well, but this is more or less the meta strat here. Most people do the safe spot on Seiran.
Yeah, the actual dodging is not too difficult if you don't safe spot it, but why? Like, this is easier. Why risk it?
Okay, stage 1 LNN from Oscar, which really is a big deal. The first stage 1 LNN he got against Spirit, actually, I believe.
That is a crazy statistic.
Yeah, given Oscar's proficiency at the game.
All it took was switching to Reimu. It takes a Reimu to beat a Reimu, I guess.
I guess.
Come on, Spirit. It's Cherno. If you die, let it be perfect freeze, not non-1.
Yeah, now we see the
a much
macro
better
on the
setup
first
here.
one. I'd be willing to bet that these credits were played in this order, and that was a slight strategy adjustment to avoid the death from the previous one.
Yeah, here on TSO, we are far more likely to see, for lack of better words, baby strats, because they're just way more consistent, even if they make the game slower or more boring.
Not
You
about
just don't
looking
like
cool,
doing them.
it's about being consistent.
Yeah. Well,
And
tell
then if
that
you've
to
already
Oscar.
lost, then it's about looking cool.
Tell that to Oscar.
I guess. But this is really the difference, like, between TWC and this playtest one we're doing. Like, we didn't even see, like, Cherno save spots all that much in this tournament. Even though it's pretty darn easy to do usually, and in TWC that's pretty much a certainty. Here we didn't see it all that much. Meek save spots were nowhere to be seen. I don't think I've ever seen one, really. At least I don't remember it in the groups or the playoffs. Like, people do not want to have any kind of added risk in any way, because lining up for the Meek safe spot is not a trivial thing. You don't have much time, and if you fail, there's a high possibility you can get a 2 miss, which, if you're gonna get a 1 miss, it's just better to just accept that you're gonna die to Meek normally and not just die to Meek normally plus failing to the safe spots.
Yeah, because on a tactical sense, Meek spot is objectively way better than doing an ethical. But like Shodan just explained, if you die to Meek spot, it's extremely likely you will die to Meek twice, because you will do Meek spot, die instantly, and then you have to do the rest of the thingy with a slightly lower rank, which you probably didn't practice for, and without full power. So it is in this kind of tournament environment, it could be argued that it is less safe. But normally speaking, there's no real reason not to go for a Meek spot. It's kind of a difference in strategies that this meta has brought over here.
Well, even if you fail Meek spot, the backup could just be going for Meek spot again during the iframes.
Yeah, but you could just
Don't
miss
forget
the
to
line
graze
again
for
as
the
well.
range going up.
Yeah, that's not a guarantee that you could align yourself.
Nothing's a guarantee at that point.
Yep. Okay. Oscar, please
Everything has to be a calculated risk.
Don't die here, Oscar, please.
But also, that's a funny consideration, seeing how long the different games last. USD is probably the second shortest behind Moth. Or
I think SA with some shots and less stalling.
Oh,
that's a scary wave.
Whoa! This
Really,
has actually
really
been
nice
threatening
dodging.
here.
he
If he died
delayed.
there, it would have been fair and square, unlike last time.
Yeah, he delayed the going through, which made the gap very tight.
There were
and-
bullets in the gap.
Yeah, there were bullets, and that's why you generally want to try to avoid that as much as possible. Okay.
I would usually go to the
Lunatic
other
September.
side. But it works.
Lunatic September. Okay.
Lunacept. This is
Okay.
a good first wave, but he will have to do 2 more, I believe.
One more.
Reimu is a 2-wave.
This is tight, very tight, extremely
Well handled.
And
Just let the homing do
nice
the
use
rest.
of homing there for LNN into stage 3, which is very big. This is a very difficult early game. So Oscar is effectively on the lead here.
Okay, can we switch the audio to meleeing because that's going to be more important?
And we're gonna have,
Okay.
I think, Stage 3, Chapter 3, and Dreamvine at the same time, which are both critical sections.
Yes. I don't really expect that much from Non 2. That's the pretty trivial part. The only exception is if you somehow forget to acknowledge the fact that aim bullets exist, but at this level, I don't think that's going to be the case. Anyway, Dreamvine. A crit roll
Okay.
spell. Which
This is
especially
Slightly
Very,
difficult
very
movement,
fast kill.
but very good and also good setup for non-3. So
Yeah,
this shouldn't be a
she-
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oscar has Stage 3, Chapter 3, a pretty specific route section. Good fairy
Oh.
dodging. That's a
Yeah.
little less scary than it looks. The the clouds that spawn the lasers.
That's
don't
a
have
miss.
any-
Vivid
not-
Chaotic
yeah.
Dance.
Th-
A
this is
slightly
what we
actually-
unnecessary miss, even though it's a difficult spell.
Yeah, this is what we kept talking about in some past matches on mailing, that like these 2 mailing final spells, they can kill you sometimes. They just will. Usually they won't, but it's not an unexpected place to die.
yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a miss Spirit can ill afford given Oscar's performance with Reimu so far.
Ideally, you really don't expect a miss at that level until books come around. Books, even the best die frequently. That is just a pattern designed by Zun to force you to bomb.
Yeah,
It's just
I
so-
would say that like at this level, most runs will be no miss into books, but 1 miss into books isn't unexpected either.
Yeah, Mailing can
not-
crit roll. She's the first
Especially
of
not
the,
in this environment where you can't reset.
Yeah, Mailing is also a crit roll happy boss. She has a few that just crit roll pretty consistently. So, avoiding the deaths is an expected outcome, but for that level, but 1 death is definitely also a very big possibility. And we're booked. Come on, Pantheon, make up for that loss, please. Let this
It's
be interesting.
a bit of the difference
Okay.
between this
Okay,
format where you
that's
get
a-
a single
oh,
run
that's pretty bad.
and more of a
Describe it.
This
TWG
isn't a good
format.
books pattern. Yeah, but he's
Okay.
doing it very well. Oh,
Almost.
very
Come
last
on.
second miss the books. What a shame. 2 miss into Koakuma now.
We need to
it's
burn
a shame
bet-
because Vivid Chaotic Dance is difficult, but that was a slightly avoidable miss.
What we need to do is burn down Pachulia's library. That no way books cannot actually kill anyone. We can do that, right?
I think
Book
the
burning.
burning books would be more dangerous, and then also you'd have a very angry Patchouli after you.
I mean, come on.
What's
she can
Patchouli
do.
gonna do?
She has
Megalith,
asthma.
Megalith,
She can't
Megalith,
actually
Megalith.
go anywhere. The moment she steps outside, she starts breathing and
No, she's anemic, not asthmatic.
not even asthmatic, but
I think she's both.
both.
Anyway, Dormy. We kind of just glossed over Dormy Non-1, which was capped.
Yeah.
This is a
I mean,
very
we didn't miss
strong
anything
opening.
then. It's fine. I
No,
mean, this is
Dormy
really
Non-1 is the most dangerous pattern in Lolk's early game, and given Lolk's early game, that says a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Oscar rated it as more difficult than PDH yesterday.
I have a bit of an issue to say about that, but he knows better than me, so what can I say?
I think that it's more that like it's easier to get a single capture of non-1, but if you're just trying to get it consistent, that second wave is just so inconsistent. While PDH is a very stable pattern, you can very much get used to it.
I mean, PDH does consistently murder you, so I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well, PDH is the same level of difficulty every time, and
Oh!
non-1 is not.
Oh,
In fact,
Spirit, you did it again. Well, you
he
survived.
got
at
away
least.
with it.
Yeah, he didn't damage the first fairy enough, and this was the result of it. He got away with it, but still,
Don't do it like Spirit does, please.
he just made the. He unintentionally made it harder. I mean, the shot I play with the USD, usually Mercy kind of gets away with it because piercing just skips through the fairy. So if you even do undamage her slightly, you can still usually get away with it.
Oscar had a bit of a scary Dreamcatcher moment, but handled it very well.
Gonna be an LNN stage 4 unless he fucks up a route.
That's an ugly
Yep.
Bearing Lake.
And to be fair, Oscar does do a difficult route for
jeez.
this spell. But
And Oscar, no miss
And
stage
LNN
4.
to stage 4 from Oscar, which could translate into an LNN stage 5.
yeah, Reimu makes much of this stage section very simple to execute. Like the homing solves so much.
Oh, missed the run?
That's why you don't do that strategy with the lasers. The timing and positioning has to be right, or you'll just die doing almost the same thing.
Green Storm looking extremely dense here at 16 rank.
Yeah. Thankfully it's
Yeah.
silver, but still.
This is not a good situation for Spirit to
Water
be in.
Elf looking like it usually does when you die, so looking like absolute dog water.
Oh, there's the rank change.
Yeah. It's actually funny how you can notice the rank very noticeably in certain spells. Like, for example, we're gonna see like low rank KD and high rank KD for me are the biggest like showcases of rank difference, because it really just fundamentally changes how the card is handled, even though it's simply a speed up of the bullets. She doesn't throw any or more or less.
Yeah, because KD at low rank is objectively way easier to dodge, but it does get a very big aggravating factor in that KD at low rank is so slow that the bullets stay on screen for so long that they get a very high chance of getting rolled, getting spun around, because
That was a
Sakuya
very
can
nice
randomly
megalith
decide
cap.
to spin around the
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah,
every
that's a great
wave.
megalith cap. But yes, and high rank KD is just, especially the first wave when she's low down, is very much a reaction test with no safe spots. Spirit, please learn the safe
Yeah,
spots.
Spirit doesn't.
I really advise to learn the safe spots. I really advise people to learn the safe spots.
Yeah, this isn't that bad to do, honestly.
It isn't, but still, it's like doing, like having.
Okay, you want to see
3%.
safe spots? Oscar's doing laser safe spots.
Hey! 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 This is why we say spot.
This is why you just dodge the bullets and everything's fine. Just like it doesn't matter how you dodge the bullets if you dodge the bullets.
I mean, if you say you have a 3, if you don't do the safe spot, then say you have 3% to die. But if you do the safe spot, like have a 1% to die, and both are mechanically the same, you have no reason to do the 3% other than for our own reasons, which, hey, are valid, but are
will die
not.
on this hill, man.
But
He will die on this hill.
but that's
yeah,
not
but the
a-
thing is, like, you give these numbers, but these numbers can be different for different people, and you can just be more comfortable with one strategy versus another.
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
This
this
is why we
is a
don't
format
question
where you
run
need to
around.
be very comfortable with what you're trying to do. If you're not, things go wrong fast.
Okay. Okay. We are not commenting much on Oscar's end because stage 4 on Lolke with Reimu ideally is very consistent, and also most of the
Sagame with
stage 5
Reimu.
portions
Like,
too.
I do think Reimu has the worst Sagame fight out of the entire Lolke cast. Her burst damage isn't as good, and even though Sanai doesn't have burst damage either, she has frogs, which just obliterate most of these patterns.
Okay, free miss going into Sakuya. Not a terrible pace, but a very avoidable one on Spirit's end.
And for me, this is like the most crit happy boss in the game. Like, sure, Romelia is also crit happy, but Sakuya's like first 2 nods and KD can decide, you know what, you take a death now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh,
Sakuya non 1 is one of the hardest
Yeah.
nons in the
Yeah.
entire series. Thank
You
you
have
for
to read
making my
ahead so
point.
far,
Wow.
and it's just not always reasonable to.
yeah.
This non is
what you
debatably
want
harder
to
than
do-
KD is.
Ideally, what you want to do in non-1 is ideally you try to push as far as possible. Don't let the walls form near the bottom bottom hugging non-1 is a quick way to get yourself killed. But that doesn't always work. Okay, Spirit. A little bit of indecision, but
Non-2, Oscar on Heron as well.
and power cancel, good.
That is the one nice thing about Sakuya. If you die on non-1, you're probably not dying to non-2 because of the power cancel.
And also the rank difference. The rank mid
Slower
of rank.
knives.
I think the power cancel is almost a bigger factor than the rank difference there.
Yeah, but
It is,
the
it
rank
is.
difference helps.
Oscar
Wow,
NN
That
to
was a
stage
hard
5.
roll. Oscar is LNN into stage 5.
So I think that at this point, Spirit can be a little relieved that it almost doesn't matter, like all of these extra misses at this point, just because any run would probably be behind here. I know it's an async run, but Spirit watching this back can be a little relieved at that.
A mid-rank KD, that's actually a pretty reasonable. It's like the most comfortable KD you could have.
Nice
low-
misdirect.
Oh,
Why
that's
did you
a-
not do the? You misdirected it. Why didn't you go back? Ah.
I'm guessing he didn't saw a way how to go through it. I'm guessing that's what was going through his mind. He didn't see a pathway to go through it. That's my guess anyway. Only Spirit could actually give us a proper answer for that. We're just guessing.
EOSD is a very unstable game. I believe it was in Spirit versus Oscar the first time that Spirit dropped a 1 miss and a 2 miss.
Yes.
And here we
One miss to like Sakuya spell 1, by the way.
Yes.
Ludo Bill.
Ludovile.
Yeah, so EOSD can give just as easily as it can take away.
I almost can't see Oscar losing this round. Of course anything can happen, but I do see this round going for Oscar. As much as I don't like calling runs before they happen.
Oscar would need 7 miss at this from this point. To give
Yeah,
it
combo
back.
mid-non, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, and as you can see as well, like we have Meek and we have Imagine Dodging.
Yeah.
Like,
Blue
if you
screen,
remember
by the
how
way,
Oscar had to do this with Raisin, it was a
Yeah.
huge dash across the top to create a gap to dodge through to slow stream the rest to be able to circle. Reimu just sits there and does homing.
here's
Oscar
Blue
also did a
screens.
HUD line up there to get into a safe spot for the ferry. You do still have to dodge some stars there, but not too many.
Blues Clues, which we call this section for some reason. Apparently it's because of Yatsuzume. Oh, that's a terrible YDL so far.
And then also, if you remember what this laser section looked like with Raisin, it also basically doesn't exist. This is why Reimu is valued at 0.6 instead of much lower, because sections like this, she just completely negates as a threat.
Yeah, Reimu absolutely takes a massive weight out of the Low-K mid-game. It really gives you momentum into stage 6, which we're seeing right now, because we are seeing a potential LNN entry into Clown Piece.
Yeah, it's almost
Really a
guaranteed.
return to
The Brazil section with Reimu and Sanai is a completely different section from Risa and Raisin, which is just a common refrain for stage 5.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
where
seeing
are the
Brazil
stars?
actually. Okay,
The
now there's
Brazil section. Okay, Oscar, please do this properly. You did it a little scary there for a second with the restream, but we should be okay. Also, Spirit is doing extremely well. Remilia here. LNN Remilia into non-4. Bubble stream. Nice bubble stream. Now fire stream. And non-1 on Oscar's end. Clown Piece non-1 is another example of one of the hardest nons in the series.
Yeah, this is one of those places where Reimu's smaller hitbox, you can actually feel it a little bit. Star hitboxes are not generous.
yeah, this
Not
is not
at
like
all.
IN stars where are very generous. Stars in
LNN to
IN,
Skarlakin Sokill.
we just skipped over Meister.
Yeah, it was a good Meister
Yeah,
cap.
Meister was
but
very well handled by
on the
Spirit
one
here.
hand, we have a Meister that we've seen a bunch of times, and on the other hand, we have LNN Pace into Clown Piece, which we haven't seen. In fact, like LNN pace into a stage
like,
5
look at the
in this
wall!
event has been rare.
Oh, yeah, that was almost a miss.
Almost a perfect wall.
Yeah, but
Clown on 2, one of the hardest in the series as well.
If Clown Piece moves up, it's much easier than Non 1. If she moves down, it's harder.
Okay,
she
she's
started by
moving
moving
down.
up, but this has so much health, you're almost guaranteed some down moves.
yeah, you can't really avoid that.
Good bubble dodge. Here
Okay,
comes a
another
wall.
perfect wall. Oh
And
goodness
one gap.
gracious! What? Where did you find the gap?
Where was that dodging the entire rest of the game?
Also,
It's
please
just finding
do
the
keep in
one
mind,
gap
this is
that
absolutely
exists.
horrendous Remilia movement RNG.
Yeah.
She's running away every time. Remilia LNN on this run. Okay.
Very good finish to the run.
Meanwhile,
Extremely
we're still
good.
on stage 5 boss for Oscar. Just
Yep.
see the game difference, the length difference.
And still NN pace.
yeah,
And the rest of Clown Piece, there's not too much dangerous here. This and the next spell can both kill if you're not paying attention, but should be a stage 6 entry.
We are hoping to see that. This spell is not too difficult for Oscar, but he has missed here before, and I'm feeling some out of lack of confidence here. I don't know why. I think Oscar is starting to feel the pressure from this excellent pace that he's having
Yeah.
here.
The gap on the right side was a little weird, but at this point we can just slow stream down and kill the pattern.
yeah.
Easy laser spell, you just kind of go back and forth. It's kind of weird to read, but once you understand it, you just do the same thing and it works every time.
Yeah. Hopefully Oscar's lack of confidence on the last pattern won't bleed over to here.
This is basically the opposite of last run. Spirit got 5 miss both times, but in this case, the match is also basically over, but the other way going into stage 6.
Unless
Yeah.
Oscar just completely, utterly collapses, which I don't expect to.
I
That'll
would be completely shocked if Oscar 7 misses stage 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see him blowing this lead. Hopefully
I
not.
could see 4 or 5 potentially happening on, like, if things go really wrong. I can't really see 7.
Yeah. Like, you need to miss twice to rain to even have a chance of making this interesting.
Okay, Oscar, please do stage 6 by the books. Please shoot nothing.
This is just
This
a
is inspiring.
textbook Reimu run.
Yeah, LNN into stage 6. My voice cracked. Okay, Oscar, thank you. We are doing this by the books.
I believe if this LNNs, it's also the the best penalty score we will have seen in any round, in any match.
Haha, you got the best.
I know
ever.
Oscar got 0.8 with that Marisa 1 miss. And I think Adadoj also had a 0.8 at one point, but 0.6 would be a new best. And it would require you to have a bad shot LNN, effectively. That's one of the hardest games to beat.
Okay, he's shooting these wisps down, which thankfully is of no risk to him.
Yeah. It's also worth noting that EOSD is capable of a 0.6 score only on a Marisa A LNN. Nothing else would do.
Based. Marissa A, more like Marissa. Awesome. Here's the rain section.
Yeah, this is how you do rain. You don't do that flailing around we saw last run when there was nothing on the line.
Oh. Okay.
Excuse
Hard
me.
rain.
Nice.
Reimu
nice
hitbox
ball.
moment.
I feel like that probably would have been a death with not Reimu. Like,
Yeah.
that's how tight that was.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Okay.
Is that-
Rain
yeah.
cap. Oh, good.
We're gonna get the special Junko dialogue.
I don't think we're gonna be able to understand it. It's Japanese, I think, but
We're still getting it.
yeah, we're still
Yeah.
getting it. You get it if you make it on point device mode, but still.
Yeah, but this isn't point device. This
Yeah,
is
I
legacy.
know, and
You only
it's
get
not
here
point
if you
device.
haven't died.
LNN Pace into Junko. We have a real, but even if slightly remote possibility of LNN. So let's root for Oscar. V super player. Also, George, this funny layout of yours absolutely messes up Junko's face. Okay.
Line up with the
Use
enemy
the
marker.
lineup here on
It's a
on one.
static-oriented ring. There's always a
no
bullet aimed straight
over
down.
exaggerated close to the bullets, so just enough to line up.
Yeah. But we're just seeing. We're just trying to keep pace.
Okay, Oscar. No, spell 1. This should not be much of an issue.
Yeah. So one other thing about Reimu's boss damage, against earlier bosses, her damage is a little lower because their hitboxes are smaller. But because Junko has a larger hitbox, more of Reimu's needles hit, so her damage goes up and becomes very similar to Marisa and Raisin. It's still a little below them, but it is much closer. Which is another reason why Reimu's so good in this game. She has a very, very comfortable Junko fight. It's kind of the separation between the two Shrine Maidens.
Yeah, having a smaller hitbox really is a gigantic help in this game since it's so heavily based on micro dodging.
I mean, the homing also helps with Lily's. Like, you
Yeah.
just get a faster kill time.
Murderous Lily's here.
Okay, he's
this
down
doesn't
to the
side.
really
corner.
affect some people, but
That
we
was a tough
usually don't
wave.
see
It was a
misses
good
here
decision.
on the top players.
Yeah, he's not fooling around. He is doing it properly.
Yeah. One wave Lily's
Oscar really
effectively.
showing us why he's the low-K super player of the West.
They could
And
be
on
the
three,
super
it
players
moves
in
down,
Japan.
a little scary. Alright. Modern
Beautiful.
Divine Spirit World is probably Junko's second most threatening pattern behind PDH. This is just very random. You have to find a quick way through. There's no substitute.
You cannot delay at all. If you see a gap, you must go immediately.
Oh no! Oh,
I would have taken a different gap, but I would have gotten walled. This is why Oscar's the one playing.
Yeah.
okay, Oscar.
Was that enough damage to two wave?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Jump
was.
Time for jump
5
rope.
patterns remain.
How good you are at jumping. You have to be
Clap your
good.
hands for Oscar, chat.
Oh, that was a bit close. Yeah.
It's time for TSS. Trembling, shivering star.
Please don't die. Don't do this. Please don't let this be
TSS
a
on
meme.
Nerves is a completely different pattern from TSS normally, but Oscar has all-shot LNN. He's done this before, he's been here before, with harder shot types to get here. We shouldn't see any problems.
Yeah.
We have Pristine Lunacy.
This is just a weird reading spell. The laser formation, it unfolds the same way every time, so you can tell where they're going to be before they get there. In scoring with Raisin, you do this with shields for more grays.
I think we
again,
saw that.
Oscar should be fine.
We should see very expert play here from Oscar. We have a 10-page document documenting how you're supposed to do this. We are on Junko Survival.
Overflowing blemishes. You just go in a square. That's all you have to do. But again, like if you're nervous, this pattern, it's again completely different.
Or similar to Murata survival, but like the way you have to go in the square, but still.
But you have to be careful with your unfocused dashes, or you will dash into bullets as they spawn.
Yeah.
1-0 and chat. We are pace into
PDH chat for LNN Live.
Phase 1.
That would be a
Yes, thank
very
you so much.
interesting like contrast between the two runs. The first one was like a complete meme, like joke when zeros. I can't win anymore.
This is the
Just-
shot type difference.
Phase
Yeah.
2.
Oh, that was a bit.
The pattern really begins. Phase 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, Oscar did a little thing there to be unfocused after the transition to phase 2, so he could switch to focus and get slightly more damage at the start of phase 3.
Every bit about my
Phase
Phase
4. Let's go. We have a
That is
very
such
real
high
possibility of
dodging.
LNN. We have Reimu LNN from Oscar.
Yeah. Yeah, Spirit just loses that. Wow.
Congratulations.
What a run! What a run! What a
practice paid
recovery for
off.
Oscar. What a recovery for Oscar. What a way to cement yourself like, I'm not out. That first one was a fluke. LNN life.
Wow.
There we go, chat! Please bring us the results! We have a Reimu LNN for Oscar beating Spiritual Panthon's USC Reimu B 5 miss! This is the best run we have watched so far in the tournament!
All right, Oscar, now do it again. Because that's the thing. That's not the end. He still has to win 2 more. Like, somebody has to win 2 more. How do you even motivate yourself to go again after that?
We are tied 1 game all!
I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. The run speaks for itself. Sadly to Pantheon, he didn't have any shot regardless what he did. Simply just the game and the shot difference. So, do we have any other things to say? George, is Oscar calling for a break or not?
Oscar is calling for an extended break. We will see the next match at minute 48. Wow! Incredible!
38. There was a mismatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
38.
Yes.
48
wow.
was George's mistake, not mine.
So, do we? Any final thoughts about the run before we go to an extended break? What Spiritual Pantheon really like? Do you think maybe he should try to change shots, or he just
I mean, he's
play
async. Spirit's async.
This is async.
These runs have already been done.
Oh yeah. I forgot async. Oh yeah, async. My bad. I forgot. Damn it.
Also,
mean, I
despite
think-
the fact that Spirit is doing very well, Spirit is not an USD main. He would not be the type to not play the meta shot here. He's more of a generalist.
Yeah. So
I mean,
don't
the
know.
question is really,
I think
does
maybe
Oscar
what
go Reimu
Spiritual
again?
needs to do. I think what Spiritual needs to do is just pray to someone to pray to someone to have Oscar melt down again. He needs the first match to repeat itself pretty much. And also hopefully his 3rd and 4th matches were better. Games were better.
Yeah, I mean, the real question is, will Oscar go Reimu again after that, or will Oscar try to go, maybe Sanai instead?
Very
Have a
likely.
miss
I don't think he
Reimu.
should switch. I don't think he should
Yeah.
stick to Reimu. If you can grind 1-2 miss, because I don't know, I don't think he can repeat an LNN, and that'd be bonkers. But if he can do 1-2-3 miss, I think he's set.
Yeah, the
Well,
thing
yeah,
about
I don't think he'll be going back to Marisa or Raisin. Not after that.
Okay, with that out of the way, I think it's time we go to an extended break. And after 12 and a half minutes, we're going to be going into Game 3 of this BO5 of the Losers Bracket Final. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing a bit better from Spiritual Pantheon. Hopefully, his 3rd one is better. And until then, see you then.
Let's go for a phantom. It sounds beauty, something strange. But this isn't what this is. The ground beneath my feet has disappeared, but I'm still alive. And then the mystery unfolding in front of my eyes. I'm not prepared, but I cannot hide. A sudden revelation repeats itself into time. A certain background me left behind. An unbelievable excitement takes me to the sky. A sense of freedom fills me with pride. But now I'll shut it down, the uneasy feeling inside. I'm drifted and alone into a fantasy. I like to see is about it is that they say. Taken as a glance with the pressure is right and slowly with time. You may no longer be so sweet. I still remember on that day I no longer feel regret. I can't decide if I remember the words that were said. And then the mystery unfolding in front of my eyes. I'm not prepared, but I cannot hide. A sudden revelation repeats itself into time. A certain background me left behind. An unbelievable excitement takes me to the sky. A sense of freedom fills me with pride. But now I'll shut it down, the uneasy feeling inside. I'm drifting and alone into a fantasy. I'm waking up, and I never ever stop. It always feels so far. Maybe I can reach that top. I began to understand. To the better choice than this. As the water upside down, it's not the way it is. I'm still I see the end. You can never make me stop. I've reached the house so far. I'm climbed the mountain top. Now I think I understand. All the options in my hand, but what is upside down? That's not the way it is. And then the mystery unfolding in front of my eyes. I'm not prepared, but I cannot hide. A sudden revelation repeats itself into time. A certain background me left behind.
Hello viewers, we are on round 3, tied at 1 game all. But first, it seems that my local health authority has issued me a warning. I assure you I did not see this coming. Listen to FamilyTeam and do not drink caffeine while watching the stream because we're about to see the match of our dreams. Your body will not bear the load, you're liable to have it explode. I am joined by IHNN and now PurpleOwl.
Hello.
I think if there were going to be any explosions, they would have already happened after last run. Unless, of course, you're foreshadowing Oscar doing it again, so we can all just bask in the utter insanity.
Don't leak the script.
We can have different kinds of. We can have different kinds
I
of
don't know the
explosions.
script. I'm just speculating.
Well, we could see explosions because your character blows up when they die.
Good point. I hope we don't see any of those.
We also see explosions if they use bombs, which I hope they won't.
Yeah, I hope.
Alright, not much to see on stage 1 as per usual.
So I guess that's a good question. If you're playing no bomb, do you just, not press X and hope you never bump it, or do you actually disable the key?
Some people disable the key.
You better
disable
the key, or you'll. You better disable the key. I've bombed too many times of the LMB pace.
And I also started disabling it after starting to go for a go hey dupe in DDC runs. I would just bump it too often.
Okay, we are seeing the hardest pattern in the series. Sniper, of course.
Yep.
Streaming with no
Literally
inconvenience.
just streaming.
Shooting with no interferences.
Yeah. Barely any streaming too. You just slightly nudge your way.
Tap, tap, tap.
If it was stage 3, it would be tap, tap, tap. But this is stage 1. It's just tap.
Yeah.
One tap every second is all you get. Well, PurpleOwl, since you just joined us, why don't you tell us in the chat what have you been thinking about this set so far?
Absolutely speechless. Oscar LNNing is not what I thought was gonna happen. Like, I did hope for it, but I didn't think he would switch to Reimu and then just straight up LNN the game. I think he's just removed all his limiters now.
Both Oscar credits have been a sight to behold.
Yeah.
We're technically
scoring
on
in the
page
first
for
credit
Element
was.
Touhou, but very early to call that.
Yeah, I mean, we
Also,
are
the
past the
scoring
first
strats
threat,
were-
which, Eagle.
Scoring strats on the first match was kind of based.
Yeah, but LNN is kind of based too.
Indeed. Both categories are based. We support all.
Yeah, Touhou is fun. I know there's a controversial take sometimes with us.
Come play
shouldn't be,
gacha
but
with us.
you're not wrong.
Come play gacha with us.
We are LNN into stage 2, coming from Oscar, which is a big deal. The second ever he's done against Spirit. Which hopefully means that, well, last time he got LNN at stage 1, he LNN. So if
2
this
for 2
was
with
anything-
Reimu.
Please do this normally. Please do turn on one normally. It always pains me to see someone do this like that.
I
My
feel
soul
like people
starts
doing
to
it with
hurt.
the safe spot is the
Oh.
weird way.
It's kind of weird, but it's basically 100% consistent.
It's not
so is
it's
the
not
normal
weird.
way.
It's lore accurate. Cherno's head is empty, so you can save spot there.
Something doesn't seem right about that, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Most USD bosses have their heads empty then, because it's like you can head sit everyone that game. At some point.
I do appreciate no head, no thoughts head empty.
We are into Perfect Freeze, the first reasonably threatening spell in the game.
We didn't see any rank shenanigans in this tournament, did we?
Nothing that I can remember.
It's not too late for it to happen next credit.
I mean, I hope we don't see it because it can catch off guard.
I mean, if you're aware that it can happen, then it's not too hard to just sidestep a little bit or react to it.
Yeah,
It's
like it
mostly
only
just
kills
being
you if
aware of
you're
the
straight up not
possibility.
paying attention, but it's still better not to hope for that to happen.
I mean, I would kind of rather it did happen just because it's a cool thing to show. This
Yeah,
is as much a
okay, I can
competition as it is
understand
a
that.
showcase.
Content is important. Okay, we're gonna have a Ringo entry really soon. Yoshi Stage 3 is kinda okay, the latter half is pretty tricky, but at this point I really hope it doesn't die to this.
Yeah.
We are into Ringo with the first truly challenging patterns in Locate. Satan isn't easy, but Ringo is absolutely brutal if she decides to be.
You could put Ringo into
This can
stage
be
5 in your
Eagle
average game, and it just fits.
Yeah, I agree.
Ringo is probably harder than some stage 4 bosses from the easier ones. Like, I know I'm going for to PC98 for an example here, but she's absolutely harder than, say, Yuki and Mai from Mystic Square.
I'll give you a really, really fair
can see that.
example. She's absolutely harder than Sagame, the stage 4 boss in the hardest Touhou game.
Yeah, but yeah, Sagume is the easiest boss in this game, ironically.
This Dango influence looks much comfier than the last one.
Yeah, no
Also,
funny
I
block,
really
block
find,
gaps last second.
And a big
I
cancel.
find Spirit's route on this section kind of interesting because normally I stream that to the right and he does this really goofy thing, which I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Goofy, yes, but it did work.
We are LNN
Yeah,
into Mei Ling, and as Oscar enters Lunatic September, right now it's a decently friendly pattern.
Yeah, this is the hard way.
I don't know, that second
Very
wave looked
well
easier
done.
than the first wave here.
Yeah.
That
Made it look easy.
Ringo was
That
nice.
was pretty generous of Ringo.
We have another LNM pace into 3.
Again, this is Lolke. That's actually significant.
Yeah, Lolke begins at stage 1, while USD begins at books, pretty much. Well, there are challenging patterns before books.
USD begins
Murphy
here.
over
Speaking
here.
of which, Dream Boy.
Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah.
challenging pattern. People
just
like
always
to
remember-
underestimate Mailing, but Mailing is not that easy of a boss. Yeah, sure, she can be, but that's just on the normal USD logic of everything has so much variance that sometimes the boss is easier.
I just always remember
That's pretty
that,
low, but
I think
that's
it's
good.
Kana
That-
who has
that
a
was
1 miss
handled
to
pretty well.
Dreamvine.
Okay, we didn't see
Well
the
done. Mailing
potato
final.
that happened last credit. Or we
We
not
really have to watch out
Was
for
that-
the red bullets here in this pattern. They are very fast, they're very numerous, and they curve weirdly. And that's
Yeah,
an
this
LN
pattern
to
is-
stage 4.
tricky.
You love to see it.
Good pace. Good pace. I do kind of hope he captures bugs. That would be pretty hype.
Very. Hasn't kept it today, which is such a shame because he was actually doing decently well at books in his last match against Oscar. 5 misses in a row though is not to be underestimated, especially
think
since
Spirit-
USD is pretty much 4 miss unless otherwise specified.
I think Spirit
I find that,
capped both in both credits against Oscar last time. So it can absolutely
I
happen.
find that section with the blue kunai bullets kind of threatening, but yeah,
Ooh,
it was handled
Spirit
pretty
actually
well.
did this well this time.
Alright, books.
Books! Here we go, this is a hard pattern of books. Oh,
Looks
we're looking
fine.
at a miss here probably. Oh, very
The first book
nicely
down.
done!
Yeah,
Nicely done!
That was
That's
a
the
good
book
pattern.
cap!
Let's go.
it was a tough beginning, but once it got started, it definitely simplified a little bit.
Yeah, there was one book placement that was kind of icky, but he handled that really well. And
Actually, let me
later,
explain how
really,
books work for the people in the chat that might not be initiated. Let me explain this after we watch Doremi
After Doremi
Non
non 1,
yeah. Speaking
there's,
of,
there's an off by 10 error in the code, or by a factor of 10, that kind of makes this wave a disaster.
yeah, last time
Yeah,
I did this in
nonsense.
Moff, it was
Super
beneficial,
friendly
but now
gaps.
he
We are LNN
This
based
time
past
he messed
Doremi
up.
Non 1 again! Anyway, as there's a lull in the match, let me explain books. If anyone wants to add anything, they can, but this is more or less the basics. The books, they randomly spawn horizontally, but vertically they are static. They spawn at the same vertical places every time. This is your in for a strategy to tackle books. You generally, there are many ways you can tackle it. Normally, you want to tackle either the second or the third book, so you can look to KO it and clean up the way.
These
to
are the
match
ones that spawn the lowest.
Yeah, the second and
These are the
third
ones that spawn the lowest and also have the lowest amount of HP. The first 3 books have lower HP than the other 3.
Rainbow B.
So,
Rainbow B can absolutely KO. Is the stream frozen? We lost contact with Oscar.
Picture second before
Okay,
disaster.
we lost contact.
Hopefully not.
Well, the good news is LOL-K takes away your extra bombs on a death, so when this comes back, we will know if there was a miss or not.
Sadly, not to watch, but we will. Oh, this is bad. We're not seeing Oscar again. Let's hope. Let's hope the tech issues get sorted.
Yep. In the meantime, Patrully.
We are in the very in lake. Oscar is down.
Please don't trolling. Oh, that was a bit of a trolly wave. Well, okay, this was bad wave. This was a horrible wave.
This is terrible. This is terrible. That was a very tight bearing lake cap. Oh, it appears that Oscar was not aware his stream went down. We'll see how we will handle this going forward.
Yeah, worst case, like the replays do get saved, so there will be a replay available in the worst case scenario.
Oh, Green Storm.
This is a very thick wave
This is
of
pretty.
storm to begin with.
Spirit Dust is pretty low, though.
Yeah,
This
generally
thing's
you want
way
to
longer.
move this more towards the middle. That's a nice cap. We now have streaming with major interferences. This spell has so many interferences it barely counts as streaming. It's just aimed.
Yeah, it kind of just starts being streaming after a while.
Yeah, there's so much delay on some of the Ainge bullets that you just kind of have to remember where you've been in order to know where to go. Really
We
interesting.
have an
also
update
have, like,
on
a
Oscar
weird
here.
offset.
Oscar's internet is down.
Oh, that is really unfortunate.
Let's just imagine he's LNN into stage 4. This would be really sad if this ended as a DNF.
Hopefully not. Oscar has paused the game. This does mean that the matches will desync very heavily if Oscar manages to come back.
Okay, he's paused. That's good to know. Also, Megalith, please.
I mean, desynced in the sense that Oscar will have to pick up the game again from stage 4, and he will be far behind Spirit in Progress. So we will have to stay here a little longer for this one game. We are L and N
Megalith.
into stage 5.
That Megalith was pretty trolly, but that was really well handled.
Yeah, absolutely. We apologize for any interferences in the commentary. We are checking up on Oscar here.
Yep, it looks like it's back. Maybe.
Oscar is back.
Yeah, it's back. It's back.
And Oscar still has all the bombs, so there were no misses missed.
We don't know where they paused. We're about to see that. This is still
Looks
on
like
the
it's
case.
transition-
Pause
yeah.
after Dormy. I
Yeah,
think
it
that looks
the
like after
transition from 3
Dormy.
to 4. Yeah, and because Oscar still has 7 bombs, there was not a miss. We are certain of that. If there were less bombs, it would be a little harder to work out, but we could still probably work out where any
Yes.
misses were from the life count.
We are on into stage 4.
Because
for
he was on
Oscar.
non-3. Because he was on non-3, we probably would have been able.
It was non-2,
Yeah.
I thought.
It was
went down
non-3. We would have been be able to tell using the power.
Yeah. In any case,
Virtual
no
Phantom here is
misses,
playing
runs back,
Saka mid
stage
boss.
4. And not to undersell this, but 8 lives EOSD, very hard to do even with bombs.
Yeah, it's really threatening patterns, even like impartially, so you might just end up running out of bombs and die before you get 8 lives.
Nicely done. It appears that Spiritual Panthon will be LNN pace into Sakuya.
Will
Absolutely
non-1
huge.
will non-1 let him pass, or will he succumb? I believe in the non-1 cap.
I mean, Spirit has been in this situation in this tournament before and did make it through non-1 then.
Oh, this is a decent
Nice opening wave.
First wave. We will not see wave
That
2.
was really
hopefully.
kind.
Very
That was really
good.
kind of
Now don't die to
Takuya.
Ludo Bill again.
Yeah, if Spirit caps this, that's Spirit's pace PB, at least as far as the tournament goes.
I think it's his space PB in general. I don't think he had one miss
Yeah.
before the tournament. Spirit is not an USD main.
In that case,
And
just
yet
pulling
he's
that
been
one miss.
absolutely killing it.
In that case, pulling that one miss is just absolutely insane to have done.
Spirit started non-2 in the worst possible place.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a
This is why
forced
you start on the
micro.
side.
That was a forced micro. Won't expect anyone to consistently do that.
Oh, that's a nice cap of the world.
Yeah, at least you can power
Not be a
cancel this
miss here
on.
on non-free, especially because the power cancel. This is
Yeah.
a non that can be a little trolly.
definitely one of Sakuya's
especially
weakest
on low
patterns, but it is awkward.
Low rank, it's
Oh, this is
really scary.
Speaking of awkward,
Oh,
back to the left.
That one
Right.
night.
okay, was pretty low. This
Right,
might
I
be
said right.
okay. Okay, great.
Free wave
Very
cap
nice
of
cap.
KD, excellently done. One miss out of Sakuya, amazing run.
I mean,
Okay, was
these are-
not being
these are
nice
two
in
amazing
KD,
runs
but
right
yeah,
now.
that was a really nice micro.
We are into stage 6 spam, which is difficult, not free, absolutely not. Okay, man, just stand still and stream these bullets. Spirit is not showing much confidence from this section for some godforsaken reason. No tackle hugs. And we are into stage 6 mid-non.
Also on what is
Wonderful.
one
Not
of
can very
Sakuya's
well just
two
kill you
dangerous
without
patterns.
any warning.
Oh!
That was a bit scary, but that was really doable.
Every single mid-non
mix.
Spirit has got this
Whoa.
set. It was horrible, but he pulled up through all of them. We are one miss into
Yeah.
Sakuya! Well, Sakuya, Ramilia, sorry.
What? Sakuya?
Yes,
Sakuya just
Wow.
stopped time and sent you back to stage 5.
I am on 5 hours of sleep.
Honestly, same. But it's
Understandable.
just I happened to wake up after 5 hours, and like, it's okay. I guess I'm awake now.
What did you do, Spirit?
Questionable miss.
Can't say I
Understandable
would have
though.
expected that.
Oh,
but
now we have the funny YDL at low rank, which is absolutely detestable spell.
yeah, rank means that a miss early in Ramilia can cascade into another miss later. Looks
At
like
least
it was
after YDL, most of our patterns don't use rank. So
It's
that's a
just
plus
more that you
point,
can
at
have
least.
like a meek death into a non-1 death into a YDL death, and
Yes,
the later
that
two would
happens.
not have really happened without the first. Like it's a hard train
Generally-
wreck to
Yeah,
avoid.
indeed.
Generally, if you
Okay.
die to Meek and you don't get rank back, you will very likely die to non-1, which will very likely mean you'll die to YDL, which will very likely mean you will not get full power until you're past VI. Speaking of,
Yeah, it's been kind of nice to Spirit today. I think. If you call
And no
what
walls
VI
and-
throws at you regularly nice.
Well, no giant walls that you just have to macro around. in the
She is
center,
running away.
which is nice.
Okay, yeah. That was a pretty low spell card bonus because, yeah, she was running pretty far.
Nicely done, Bubble Stream. And also, by the way, Oscar is on base again into stage 5.
Yeah. For what it's worth,
If he pulls out
for
another
Spirit-
LNN, it's going to be so good. Okay,
For
he's
Spirit's run here, this is actually a very
Yep, Scarlet
critical
Meister.
moment. Because if Spirit gets a third miss, then that puts it into tie at LOLK 4 miss. But a 2 miss will, I believe, still... Yeah, a 2 miss
Okay,
would beat
Remelia's
the
not
3
being
miss.
nice.
Oh,
Remelia's not being nice.
micros through
That-
Meister, man!
That was not a nice
wow.
Meister.
So
Meister for
Gensokyo
play
cap
here.
for big pressure on Oscar.
Yeah, but the ball is still on Spirit's court, I'd argue. If he gets this 2 miss here, then we're talking. But right now, I think Oscar is more or less on the long-term lead.
Yeah, SG. If SG. Okay, that was not a death I was expecting.
avoidable.
Please cancel the bullets. Okay, he didn't cancel the bullets. If you cancel the bullets, you can go shotgun for a faster kill. To make sure you don't die again. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Please cancel. Please cancel. He's not canceling the bullets.
Knowing Spirit, he's probably against doing that.
Yeah, I mean, in
This
past
is how
matches,
you can
we
die
said
more
2
than
miss-
twice on SG.
Yeah, in past
On
matches,
foolery.
we said 2 miss to Scarlet and Tokyo could happen. It's not likely, but it could. And unfortunately, when it matters most, it did unfortunately happen.
That was such a great run right up until the end. 4 miss is great, but it might not do it for this game.
No, because Oscar, a 5 miss for LOLK beats a 4 miss for EOSD here. Oscar would need a 6 miss for Spirit to take this. And considering we are, you know, NN to
LNN
Brazil
based.
again,
Yeah.
Brazil, please be nice.
Well, in this match, considering he's up against a Brazilian, we'll see what his luck has to say.
That's he was got pushed into the corner, but yeah, these fairies don't shoot the aim stars if they're low enough on screen.
It was a nicer
was a
final
godsend
chapter
for
than
him.
last time.
Yeah.
I'm
Or the
having
godsend
deja
for it.
vu.
Okay, but this is the pace killer.
These nons are so fast.
And she has so much health. Totally not batting.
Totally not a point device trap.
Yeah, Conpiece really does have too much health on most patterns.
Yeah.
I'm just having trouble processing that this is again. Like, it would be one thing if this was just, oh yeah, we're on pace, that's a good run. But this is on
I'm
pace
gonna tell you-
again, right after being on
I'm gonna
pace.
tell you
This is
a
too
word that
pace.
George told me. Yeah, one word to solve all this processing. It's called Oscar.
Has there ever even been an LNN 2 wall here in Touhou? Ever?
I don't know actually.
I mean, not really a lot of scenarios where there'd be a reason to go for it, right?
A lot of people try it nowadays. I also think, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, this is probably the farthest 2-wall pace we've ever seen in the history of the game. Of the series. even.
Probably.
This is big for Oscar, big pressure. This is very likely his game to put Spirit in a very unenviable position at 2-1, but he's also about to probably make history if he can make it LNN pace into stage 6, 2-all. And by the way, just so we don't confuse the nomenclature, In shmups, we usually shmups in arcade games have a second loop. So we call the first loop 1-all, and we call the second loop like 2-all, and etc. Just so people don't confuse it with me saying that, you know, two games to both players. I call it 2-all, but that's different.
Draconic in the chat points out that Altair might have a back-to-back LNN in SA, but that would be SA Rainbow C, which is one of the more consistent possible LNNs. This is Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. They are not the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
They are not the same picture.
Law King Rainbow is probably more or less on the region of being a top 15 LNN in this series.
That's a pretty high number, considering like most of them are DDC shit shots and low K bad shots.
And Marisa would be up there too.
Yeah.
UM Marissa,
15
UFO.
is still pretty high.
Like, I'm actually going to go check the metrics. I want to see how many LNNs are rated like even to this. So you have USD Marisa A, a couple IN shots, Reimu, Alice, and Sakuya going into both final A or B. UFO Marisa B.
Stage 6, 2-all.
And then the bad shots in DDC, bad shots in... Yeah, I mean... okay, with the Hidden Star bad seasons, there's a decent amount. Yeah, this is just unbelievable, though. Like, this is... Okay, Reimu is not easy.
Definitely not.
But I guess compared to Marisa...
It's more comfortable than the other shots, but it's definitely not easy. Also, God bless this strat. I have no idea how to dodge this ethically.
You just
done it before,
you
but
just
it's
shoot down
weird.
one part.
Okay,
RP,
Rain,
I know you just
let's see
dodge.
if Rain has anything to say about this beautiful pace.
Rain had something to say about it last time, and Oscar just said no.
Rain,
Oscar just said meow.
Rain isn't looking too kind, but we are seeing a very nice pace into the second half of it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
This should be enough.
That's a cap.
This is it.
Yeah.
We
That's a
are
cap, yeah.
element phase 2-all into Junko.
This is literally the year's 20XX.
Everyone plays Touhou at task levels of perfection. TSO 20XX has to decide everything on a game of rock paper scissors because everyone gets Marisa Local and then consistently.
The year's
Fuck, I'm
20
gonna speak
Oscar.
again.
This phase is really fun.
Okay, everything now looks absolutely goddamn lethal.
This is even more hype than last run.
We are at the edge of our seats so much that I'm actually kind of speechless. Spell 1, everything is a threat now. Nothing is easy. I
He's
don't
a
care
plot
this
master.
Standards, this is easy.
Oh, this is easy, but it's 2-all pace, so it's now way harder.
He's a plot
Okay,
master, he
second
can
loop.
handle this, I believe.
Knows where to go for wave 3.
Yeah, that's
Non-2.
kind of.
What does Non-2 have to say about this pace?
When you know where to go, Non-2 has nothing to say.
Yeah, whether you
It
have
is
this or you
Lily's
don't,
waiting room.
whether you die or don't die to non-2, I hate this non.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Murderous Lilies on Element 2-all pace.
I hope they aren't as murderous as they usually can
Good read there.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
These misdirects are so well timed.
We are into non-free! TSS non!
mean, it's TSS
Move
the
down.
last waves.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oscar! Give us that pace, Oscar!
Alright.
We got into
Modern Divine Spirit
NDFW!
World round 2.
Round 2.
Is going purple
Fine.
this time? A little bit.
Round 2, fight!
That was a very centered wave. This should be a 2-wave overall, which is huge to skip wave 3.
Hey! This is a decently kind NDSW.
Very kind because it allowed so much damage.
Into jump rope!
And he jumped the rope.
Hey!
Wow, that was really close.
Hey, everything
Nice
looks
micro.
terrible! Everything is bad! Anything can kill you! We
TSS,
are
I do not
into
believe it is
TSS.
statistically possible to
TSS.
capture TSS consistently without using any form of task.
George, are you asleep on the job? Joe Modoli!
Okay, so you say that this is impossible unless you're Task, but what if you're just better than Task? What if you're Oscar?
Soon, family.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you're better than task.
Pristine lunacy! To all pace!
In
Yeah, he has a human
Low-K of
element.
all games.
Have you wondered what
Oscar has the
that
human
gameplay
element. He's
actually
starting
looks
at
like? You're
second
looking
gear.
at it right now.
Oscar is playing better than thought possible! The ear is 20XX!
Players just LNN Loki back to back.
We are LNN Pace into Junko Survival. This looks terrifying now.
Well, that
Come on, commentators, let's
almost anyone
count
can
starting
do
from
on
10.
even on Mars.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4, 3, 2,
1,
1, 0.
PDH!
PDH.
One more
PDH.
And your
PDH.
chosen
Oh,
champion
your
of
face.
Oscar LNN.
For one of the most legendary
He's a-
moments anybody has ever been on pace to perform in this entire series.
This is a playtest tournament, by the way.
We are into phase 2. My heart is beating so fast.
Yeah, I think we should have like commentator hard monitors at this point.
We are into phase 3.
Alright, the spell card has started.
Oh, Oscar!
He's been
Oh
pushing
my
down,
God,
but he
Oscar!
steps back for space.
Oscar! Phase 4!
These dodges
We are
do
into phase
not
4!
look comfortable.
We are! It is a
Oh my
2-0! We live to see a 2-0! 2024 is the start of 20XX!
Okay, of all
Oscar
games.
got 2-0 in Loki Reimu!
This is the Reimu difference.
Absolutely unheard of.
Oscar was just playing Marisa to give everyone else a chance.
He just
Oh.
said no, I'm going to win this.
Let's let the results speak for themselves! We got 2-1 Oscar with a second Loki Reimu LNN!
And again,
Let's
it
make
wouldn't
that
matter
three.
here if Spirit LNN. That would still lose. Like, Oscar getting back-to-back LNN, that's just 2 guaranteed wins. Unbelievable.
I have nothing to say about the match. You guys watched the same match that I did.
I mean, I feel like I just watched that twice in a row. I guess the only real question is, how much is that going to affect Oscar on the next one? Because there's a next credit.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get an extended break, so
Yeah.
I wonder if that affects his gameplay. GG's though, GG's.
I have nothing to say. We should go into a break. You guys might imagine my throat is taking a little bit of a beating.
I just screamed.
free all. I mean, not that we don't hope to see it, but sure. We will take it if it happens. I'll lose my goddamn mind.
I already did.
I have lost half my mind, which is not a lot, but I have lost half of it.
Welcome to 20XX, everyone.
Loki has been solved.
Hardest game, by the way. Looks pretty easy to me.
Does it though? Does it look easy?
That's just the sign of a master. They make something that's very difficult look easy.
Alright,
Okay, guys,
we have the next
need to
credit
take a
in.
break.
Yeah, we have next credit in 3 minutes.
See you next
Yeah.
credit for
See you in 3 minutes.
round 4.
Hello everyone, and I am not on the VC display. Hi, welcome back to Credit 4 of Oscar vs. SPIRITUALPANTHON, and it's time to LNN again, right? I am George, I'm not on the VC display because I'm great at running tech as usual, and I'm still joined here by FamilyTeam at IHNN, and it would also help if I start SPIRITUALPANTHON's credits. You can tell I have too much to do.
So I'd just like to add one thing to that quote. Oscar's stream went down during that LNN. The quote is inaccurate. Not even your internet going down can stop you.
Holy shit.
I would very kindly ask the viewers to have some sympathy for us commentators, because after what we witnessed, we might not have much creativity left us to actually commentate the stream. I think Touhou has been solved. before our very eyes.
Yeah. Well, USD hasn't been solved. There's still work to be done there.
I honestly, I'm trying to remember at this point when is the last time that someone did a back-to-back LNN run. Because the only story I've heard of that ever was from a Sock. That's the only story I've heard ever. That Sock once double LNN, I think 2 IN runs back-to-back when he was grinding all-shot IN.
That's IN. IN is
genuinely,
a much easier game.
what you saw last credit may have genuinely been the first ever live stream double back-to-back LNN. That's crazy. Anyway.
And on LOL-K of all games. I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah, like sure, just casually double LNN low-K Raimu, which, yeah, I mean she is easier than Marisa or Horizon.
It's a good shot in a hard game.
I don't know. Anyway, SPIRITUALPANTHON has a chance still here to come back though. Not if Oscar Ellen's again for time, but you know, I somehow have a feeling that doesn't happen. Oscar already used his extended break earlier, so he only had like 5 minutes between the last Ellen and this run, and I don't think your nerves calm down that quickly. Like, you are probably...
I'm genuinely very afraid if Oscar has just completely spent all his juice on this, so he's... But we'll see.
There's actually a non-zero chance, but like, you're shaking so much with your train wreck is credit and it goes 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, Spirit's probably very glad that they played async for this. Because what do you even do after losing 2 credits where there was literally nothing you could have done? Literally nothing.
just...
Wow, yeah, Oscar owes me new vocal cords.
Just a reminder that Spirit won the first credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 5-2 scoring run.
Alright, what are you expecting with this? If Oscar wins his credit, it's over, by the way, because it is a best of 5, and then Oscar is 3 up, so that would be game at that point. I am hoping this goes all the way, though, which kind of means that I am, by default, hoping that Oscar misses somewhere and we don't see a triple on in. But honestly, I don't even know.
It would be very anime, though, if Spirit can crawl all the way back from hell, pretty much.
Honestly,
but there'd also be no shame in losing to this. Like, anything basically loses to this.
Yeah.
What do you even say if Oscar does another one, by the way? What do you even, like, do if, like, just, you know, just... Oh, yeah, no, just Ellen twice? No, just Ellen 3 times in a row. What the fuck do you say then?
Good luck repeating that against Izunozomi and Grands.
Oscar might not win the tournament if that happens, but he sure has won our hearts.
This also just shows how much the shot type selection really does matter. Because we saw some good runs with Marisa, but a lot of unreliable ones in earlier stages.
I mean,
Raisin wasn't really working, and then here's Reimu, just LNN.
Let's not jump to conclusions here. This could really just be luck of the draw, right? Let's not jump to conclusions here, but like we need to like lower, you know, Reimu's penalty score or like higher.
No, I'm not saying that the scores should be changed. Just that like the shot type somebody chooses matters just as much as the game they choose as well.
But also, like, there are so many sections where, like, you know, dying, like it's like the same chance of dying with Reimu versus like Marisa, and Oscar got all past all of them in the same way. So like, let's absolutely not discount the fact that it's just you just saw a double LNN back to fucking back.
But I do think that for Reimu, there is something to be said for how much easier she makes stage 5. That's a long stretch of game you don't have to be like 100% on for with Reimu.
And speaking of like that, the thing about Reimu is that stage 4 is already pretty easy, and she trivializes a lot of stage 5, which gives you great momentum to go into the boss of 5 and 6. This is where UST's difficulty really starts to add up. The fact that once the game finally decides to begin, sure, it wakes up late to school, but once it finally gets there, it absolutely wrecks. It doesn't let up.
Stage portion's a bit of a breather compared to
Yeah,
like
kind of, but
but
the
yeah, the
USD
end game
stages
is
are pretty
rough.
easy. But as far as every time USD decides to be difficult, it absolutely murders everything.
Honestly, the main really thing that I'm really like that I would just be interested about that point, right? Like, I wish Oscar had like a heart rate tracker, right? Where we were able to somehow put on stream, because like, not the heart rate during during like the LLNs or anything, but the start of this run. And that is the downside of using your extended break like really early on, right? But like, what the hell are you supposed to do? You already LLN'd, right? So you take your extended break just to, you know, calm down for a minute. Oh yeah, just pull out another LLN.
But he needed that break, George. As we can watch right now, he's frankly more steady now than he was on the first credit, and he's on free all page now.
Yeah, it's one of those things as well where I think the first one, it's like, okay, you pulled it off. The second one, it's kind of just completely ridiculous, but like after that, what do you have to prove anymore? It's just get another decent run.
I guess for Oscar, this is like he has basically nothing to lose. Sure, two games all would kind of suck.
I mean, let's not underestimate.
Yeah.
Let's not underestimate that Spiritalpanthon was like LNN into Sakia last run, right? Let's not. Oh, that's dead! It's
Remember
dead!
claim to victim.
The triple LNN is dead.
Yeah. This is a very understandable miss on Luna's Sept, especially on free all base.
That was a hard wave as well.
So we are absolutely not going to shame
Honestly,
Oscar whatsoever for this.
Yeah, no. If you're Oscar, like
has solved the
Oscar's
game.
heart, like Oscar's probably glad he missed there because now his heart can like rest.
Yeah.
And now there's no pressure to try to do the completely impossible triple. I mean, I say completely impossible. Like it's statistically impossible. There, that's the term.
Yeah, well, we're already at 20xx. Let's not rush all the way to 30xx.
So let's be honest, we probably would have said that double ball K LNN is statistically impossible, and look what happened.
It kind of is, but Oscar has beaten the odds.
And for Dreamvine,
Oscar is just probably objectively the best locate player to ever play the game.
I think you can
That's
strike the
definitely
probably
bad
in that sentence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be humble, but let's be real. Oscar is the best locate player. Let's talk about his achievements as of right now. Then we already talked it before, but he got another one, right? So he has.
Ooh, that is a really bad red wave on Spirit's end, by the way.
Yeah.
She was really, really low. Also, I would like to once again quickly call out something, and I'm gonna have to get close to my mic for that. Playtest, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a missed Vivid Chaotic Dance. That sucks.
It's 2 today, I think.
You had to lead for a little
Semi-final
bit.
is very challenging. So let's talk about Oscar for a second. So Oscar has all shot Lock LNN, the first in the West. He has 3 Reimu LNNs, 2 of them in a row as of right now. And he also has, people told me before I forget, he has a race and world record as of right now. And also, who else was it? Reimu? Or Marissa?
Do the 3
Who's the
does
second world
that's the count of 3 LNNs include the 2 he just did now?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, as I said, it's his original Reimu LNN and the 2 he got just now.
And Reimu's core record too, apparently.
It's literally the SpongeBob being like, wanna see me LNN? Wanna see me do it again?
Oscar needs to like okay, I don't want to pressure our man into anything. Oscar is a big friend of the community, but like if he went for all-shot world record, he would surely be like the best video game player of all time.
Alright, we are coming up on books, so let's see if Pantrin can make
And
up for the miss
non-one.
here.
Yeah, books and
Yeah, Norway
non-one
non-one as well.
simultaneously.
Oh, is this not? Oh, this is some crack dodging one spirits and oh my! What? Excuse me. What is that books cap?
Incredible!
That was a good
On
non-one
both
cap as
ends.
well.
That's a non-one and a books cap.
What? Okay. I think super mode has been activated on both sides now.
Let's not forget, guys. Spirit here is an incredible player as well. He is down, but he is not out. Do not count Spirit out just because we witnessed history.
Oh yeah. No, you can still like Spirit might have one miss to melee, but do absolutely do not underestimate it. Spirit can just LNN like even past like from year past Sakia.
Anything can happen.
Oh
Literally
my
anything.
god, you
Ooh.
risked that fairy. Almost got fairy hugged.
These fairies are cute, right?
I don't know what the exact hitboxes on these fairy are, and I don't know because I never test my luck on that. I reroute if I see a fairy approaching that close.
Come on, Spirit. This isn't how you do this. Okay.
Are you questioning the runner's route?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I joke we shouldn't question the runner's route, I give Spirit a hard time every
Chat-
day over his route.
Chad, you're gonna help me out here. You're gonna help me out here. Let's complete this. We can do this. We can do this.
It's fine, we're Brazilian. We give each other a hard time every day. That's how we speak.
Oh, we don't want to spell don't question the runner's route one at a time like we did during TRS the other day.
I think it's because people don't agree with Spirit's routes either.
Don't answer. Okay, into Pacioli.
Block.
If you can get a good Pacioli here, even I think even a one misfight would be fine, because that puts Oscar in a position where you might like
He
you
has to deliver again.
Yeah. Which we can count on Oscar doing, but
Yeah.
let's be realistic also. Oscar is a human. I'm very worried about his stamina. He's still very steady in his play. But playing on game 5 after what he's done, can he maintain this momentum to game 5?
And
if he
Loke
takes
is
that?
also a long game. So
Oh,
35
Spirit is really low here on
credit.
Greenstorm. Okay.
Spirit has been dodging Greenstorm low every time.
Oh, we didn't even notice. I usually stay
Yeah.
so high up on that.
Yeah, I usually stay closer to the middle. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa,
Oscar is a
Spirit.
human. Citation needed. So right.
Come on, Spirit. Dodge this absolutely dog water spell. Nicely done!
Hearing it-
Oscar faces a great deal of pressure.
Hearing the timeout sound on Water Elf is just uncanny, cat.
This is so good coming from Spirit. He has
Actually-
been doing very well on Megalith here, even on bad waves. Let's see if he can carry this luck into round
Ooh.
4.
Nice
Good
macro.
macro.
Okay.
This is the worst Megalith we've seen so far, for sure. Especially the
Got
start
really
here.
lucky on all the bubbles opening up like right where he was standing. Nice Megalith cap.
Excellently done. One miss. Wow, to Vivicate.
And then
Onyx
stage
Man.
4.
Yeah. One miss into stage 5 is for Panfin is really good. And also one
It's
miss
really
for
good
Oscar.
in general.
This is and don't forget Oscar's like penalty difference here is less than the miss penalty. So if Oscar misses once, then the Spirit is in the lead.
Yep, the point of a tie is 3 miss EOSD, 4 miss LOLK right now. Both numbers that could very easily be reached.
Whoa, Spirit, that's so close, dude.
Why? Okay.
Hey, dude. Let's do this. This section isn't necessarily easy. He needs a setup into the wall fairies. And...
Okay.
Good, I don't call this section to end.
Spirit,
Okay,
by the
so,
way,
yeah.
for the first couple of credits in this tournament, Spirit did not kill the left wall fairy. Spirit changed
I
his
do it
strategy.
once.
Yeah, Spirit changed his strategy after getting walled by one fairy. Because that's what can happen. You can get walled by one fairy.
Welcome to
Speaking of
EOSD.
wall, this mid-non is not easy if you're doing it ethical at all. It means thrusting the diagonal knife hitboxes in USD, which you should not do. They lie. Very well done. He's so good at stage 5 today. It's ethical stage 5 too.
The absolute craziest thing that could happen this match, by the way, is Oscar could totally lose 2 credits and like imagine for a second this outcome, right? Oscar could lose the next 2 credits by like a tiny miss difference and lose the match despite LNNing twice. This format.
Morale.
That's a
I mean, it's not
possibility
too different
here.
from, say, tennis. Tennis, if this was a tennis match, it would be like 6-2, 0-6, 0-6,
Yeah.
and then we're seeing the 4th stat.
And the endurance
Okay,
aspect
non-one.
really comes into play here.
You think Clown Piece non-1 is bad? It is, but check this out.
Soccer
Speaking
unit
of,
builds a wall.
oh, that's not
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Okay, that is now a much higher likelihood of this game ending on the 4th credit. Because the Spirit for Panther is 1 down. If he loses this credit, it's game. And the match is finished and Spirit for Panther finishes in 3rd place. Because,
Well, it's too early to call anything on
well,
either.
it massively
end.
increases the chances because you still have KD coming up, right? So
A lot
statistically,
can still happen in both
Yeah.
games.
well, Oscar has because as already called out, Oscar has a really easy stage 5. So
Yeah.
you're not dying to that, unless maybe to Brazil, but even that is
There's 3
easier.
fairies. The 3 fairy section. If you die to that, you have 3 power for Laser Hell. And that does make a difference because then Reimu's homing can't stop everything from shooting.
Yeah, way different if you die well, the free fairies we also like to affectionately call blues for the
Yeah,
initiated.
I would say that if Oscar gets past that, stage 5 is pretty comfy for Reimu. If there's a death there, things are a little scarier.
Yeah, we can't call this match either way. We'll be fools to say anything is set in stone right now. Okay, KD. This is like mid-rank KD, almost top. Okay. Nice, go left. Nice, this is the place. And yes, you can go right. This should end
Nice.
on the next wave.
Oh,
Green for damage,
the
green for damage. Green for
Nice,
damage and
that should be
damage.
it. Nice.
Excellent stuff there, 1 minute.
Good
2 minute
yeah.
space into stage 6.
Okay, so if you Eleanor and Malay here, there's still a really good chance because Oscar could absolutely die twice to Clown Piece and Junko. That is,
Yeah.
I know we've just seen 2 Eleanors, right? But that's a statistical outlier.
Okay, so
A lot of fairies getting to shoot here. Makes
hey,
it a
oh
little
no,
scary.
oh no, he did this so wrong. This is very wrong. Oh,
Uh-oh.
dude, this is terrible.
fine,
This
we're
is
fine.
The
very
fairies
bad.
do spawn at random heights, which does change which ones die and how long they live.
Okay, this is where the
This is
match
a critical
gets
section.
decided. Literally, like this section, and then for both players.
Yeah,
Blue Schools is a very
Spirit-
hard section.
Spirit really needs to end the rest of the game. Because, as mentioned, 3 myths kind of seeds back the misadvantage from LOLK winning the tiebreak to LOLK having a whole misadvantage.
And here's
This
here's
is such
the
a hard.
here's the
Excellence, it was
actual
such a hard
problem.
week.
Here's the problem. If SPIRITUALPANTHON were to tie this match, there is no possibility in which he can win the tiebreak best run because Oscar did 2 LNNs.
Yep. I mean, if Spirit was playing live, Spirit could go all out for Marisa AL.
No, because that would only be a 1 LNN, right? Because that would
true.
because it ties.
Yeah.
It ties the
Second
Reimu.
Okay,
Which means we go
do
to
you want my
second
match
one on which
analysis?
Oscar wins.
Here's what I think. I think it's fine if Spirit misses twice.
Yeah.
Here. Sure, it will involve
Yeah.
Oscar having to miss thrice, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. But Spirit really, really cannot afford that first mess.
Yeah.
If
What
Spirit
this
gets a 1 miss here,
Yeah.
the ball will absolutely be on Oscar's court to pull off an absolutely amazing stage 5 and 6.
Oh,
which is
Brazil
very
claims a victim.
unlikely. See, he died to Brazil. Brazil is finally taking its revenge. Brazil.
But this is a really interesting interaction because of the double LNN, if there was a penalty score tie, the Spirit literally cannot win the next credit. That means tying this credit would be a loss effectively for Panfin. We can skip the 5th credit in that case. Because
Yeah,
there's
so that just moves it. That moves the crossover point to well, effectively right here.
yeah.
Spirit cannot afford a miss.
Well,
Because that
Oscar,
leaves 2 misses
now-
back.
yeah.
Oscar has KO'd non-1 with no misses, which is very good. Every single pattern counts now. But the momentum is behind Spirit right now. It's up to Oscar to pick up the slack and draft all the way back to the front.
It is a Vermilion so far, but Meister and SG, they're gonna do Meister and SG things.
Okay,
Yeah, very,
Meister.
very pivotal moment.
Nice, good movement from Vermilion here. She stayed on right for. No damage
This
here.
is okay.
Good damage. She keeps going back
Okay.
to the right. This is gonna be a long Meister. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is a Meister cap. That's it.
This is it. This is
And
it.
get some good
This
damage in
is
for SG
This
as
is a
well.
terrible position for Oscar.
Oh my god, I almost died. Okay, but it's a really good start for SG for Spirit as well, because Spirit got some early damage in, because you can kill a little bit of SG's health bar before it actually spawns in. And that can be, oh my god,
this
there's
is
a
a
wall
very
approaching,
hard
but there's an
way.
opening.
Right.
Oh.
Crazy reads.
Okay, there was an opening up in the wall, which I expected Spirit to take, but there's also, you know, just the macro route of going all the way in the left, so respect to that.
Oh.
Okay. That is
Okay,
a
this should be a cap. This
very,
should be a Remilia
very
LNN.
good finish.
Remilia LNN.
very,
Wow.
very
And
nice.
the pressure is on.
Pressure's on Oscar at this point.
The
We've
game
seen
is
stage 6
absolutely
twice in
on.
a row.
So
Spirit
Oscar
is
cannot
trying to
miss.
is alive.
It needs to be 3.
Oscar has to
Just,
end the rest of the
imagine
game.
the guts. Imagine the guts that it takes for Spirit to defy a double LNN. So,
And the endurance aspect as well will come into play on a hypothetical credit 5. LOL-K is a long game.
Oh yeah.
Like, Oscar is certainly going to be feeling it going
And Oscar
again.
doesn't get enough of a break. He already used his extended break. Spirit's random extended break was like, because it's an async match, just as a reminder, Spirit is playing async, Oscar's playing live. Spirit's random extended break got called on credit 1, so Oscar doesn't have an extended break here. He has, like, this finishes, he has to play the next one in 5 minutes.
So if Oscar misses, it's over.
Well, yeah, if he misses, he can just do stage 6 practice again.
Yeah, stage 6 practice to effectively have a buffered break. If the miss happens early, if the miss happens late, like say it's a PD8 miss, then you gotta go straight into another credit,
That
basically.
would be, honestly, the worst part that could happen here mentally is Oscar missing on PDH. That would be
Yeah.
a disaster
so-
mentally. Because then you're
Oh,
going
okay,
2-2 into the final credit after just having lost the, like, previous credit. There's a
As far as the game goes,
actual possibility that you can LNN twice back to back and still lose.
this is definitely a run, but the pressure is on. If Oscar did go and see Spirit's result, he probably
Hell
shouldn't have.
no.
He probably shouldn't have looked at Spirit's result. This is just going to mess him up. So it's funny how Oscar got double LNN, but he still somehow managed to be the underdog for some reason.
I mean, yeah, it's just one. Like you won 2 credits, right? But it doesn't matter if you lose the other 3.
Doesn't matter how much you win by either.
Okay.
Okay, come on. If
Oh
he
my!
dies to rain,
There's a
this is
giant
almost
wall there.
wall.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh
Dash
no.
through it. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Okay, Oscar, please. We want to see Junko. We want the opportunity.
Music cue is good. Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, so
As a
Oscar's
reminder
gonna
to
know.
Cat,
Junko
as a reminder,
LNN to
Cat.
close the door and go
Junko
straight to
LNN
grand
is not
final.
optional. Or he loses and we go to the 5th game. Final game.
Holy fuck!
This is basically the only way this could be more intense than the last 2 credits.
Yeah.
Because now it's not just for LNN or for repeat LNN.
It's to
This
win
is
the
for the
match.
tournament.
This is to win the match and go into grand finals.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Everything is lethal. Nothing is easy at this point. Oscar is probably like unbelievable. I had to get 2 LNNs in a row, and now look at this situation.
One other thing for non-1 is that Reimu can actually do an alignment with what needles are hitting Junko for that. A little easier to see than the enemy marker lineup.
Junko LNN is not optional.
And this is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, boss LNN in the entire series. I think the only thing that comes
Be up
close is
there.
like bad season Okina.
We saw 2 of the hardest bosses really. Remilia and Junko are both contenders.
Yeah, Remilia trying to get that on a run is vicious.
We did the damage here. Jesus
bastard.
Christ!
Now the damage is very reliable there.
It's still a bet that I'm surprised
Oh god,
he
middle
took.
strat. Okay, we're fine. Just a
that's
reminder,
gonna be
you
one
hear
more
the pitch,
bully.
you know we're going to credit 5. Just a reminder, Oscar dies here, it's an instant credit 5.
Okay, we want
Oscar,
to see
why are
game
you
5,
slow
right?
grazing with these stakes?
Oh my god.
It's interesting because, yeah, sure, we want to see game 5, but at the same time, Oscar, somehow the undercat here. Again,
Oh, that is a tough wave.
this is very bad.
Nicely handled.
Good damage, might be a 2 wave. Gonna depend on how quickly Oscar can get back to the center.
Okay!
Why did you do that?
I don't know what was
That was breeding damage to try to skip wave 3.
the like backwards diagonal down, down right dash, almost like undodging the bullets. Alright, going to jump rope.
I mean, that's the danger of MDSW.
Okay,
The bullet
went
tied
right
behind
between
other
2
bullets.
tiny bullets. Holy sh!
He did that last credit too.
Yeah,
Alright, possibly
Yes,
the final 4 cards in this match.
The most nervous TSS of all time.
Do you end it here? Do you go into grand final, skip the 5th credit, or
That was almost a late dodge on the first
oh
bullet
my
there.
god!
It was almost a TSS death.
okay, PL is...
Here we go once again.
If your focus wavers, you're dead.
Literally, the last, every single credit other than the first, every single time he did Junko, it had to be an LNN. He had to LNN because in order to, LNN the entire game, and now he has to LNN to actually, like, Junko specifically, to end the match here prematurely. It is obviously, it wouldn't be the end of the match, it would just be such a mental reset here. If you have to, like, go all the way back to a 5th credit after LNNing twice.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is so nerve-wracking. First of all, it's this crap, which is...
Yeah, this looks
is
less
just the
confident
fan
than the
out the
other
game.
caps.
PDH, let's see PDH.
PDH with it all on the line again.
Yeah.
It is once again everything on the line for Oscar. Well, not everything, but the match win. You win this one, it's over prematurely. But you die here, what does that do to your mental state?
It will be so hard to recover from that and just do another run, a similar standard to this.
PDH, once again, literally every time Oscar's been playing, it's been coming down to PDH almost every time.
Yep, there's the
And
extra
here
damage for the
goes
phase
phase 3.
transition.
Okay.
Here
Almost
we
got
go.
it. So much
Do you
lower.
end the match prematurely, or do you go to a final credit 5? About to go into phase 4. Here it goes. PDH, phase 4.
Friendly PDH now.
This is looking good way, so upward switching,
more.
and that's game!
Game, set, and
Oscar
match! We
goes-
see Oscar win! 3 games
Oscar
to
clutches
1!
it.
Oscar goes into the grand finals with Izunozami.
We have the 2 moon games in the finals.
Oh wow!
This is really scripted. Really, really scripted. The two games on the same plot line together.
Wow!
Yeah, so that is
What a set!
2 miss Lolke Reimu beating 2 miss EOSD Reimu B. Both of those runs would beat many, many runs played in this.
I mean, just if you're Spirit here, right? Like, just pat yourself on the head, honestly. Just pulling off an EOC 2 miss, live, just in a one-shot scenario is absurd in the first place, but also so is Loki Ramo 2 miss after after a double LNN, by the way. Let's not forget about
Spirit
that.
got what? Like 5 miss, 5 miss, 4 miss, 2 miss? This back to back to back to back? That's really good. It's just, lol K LNN, LNN, 2 miss.
Oh, wow.
That's 2 misses across 3 credits.
I know.
That was certainly something. I'm just kind of out of words. Now we are here with Oscar.
Yep.
Come
Hello,
on,
Oscar.
What's up? Hey, how did that set go, huh?
I cannot believe that happened.
Neither can we, really? Neither can we.
Did you know going to that last Drinko that it was LNN to win?
Yes, I did.
Of course you did.
I was not looking
God
at
damn it.
LNNs earlier, though.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Holy.
Okay,
There's
Oscar.
just
So
so much time
tell
to
us.
look at your phone doing the wisp, so I figured, why not?
Tell us, Oscar. How do you feel about the 2-wall that you just did? You know you made history, right?
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that's been done before in LOLK at least.
I know that I think SOC has done a double back-to-back LNN before, but still, it's just wild. That's absolutely wild.
Definitely not on LOLK.
One of the most insane things I've ever seen.
Yep.
This was a great match from beginning to end. Game 1, 2, 3, and 4, and almost a 5 too.
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of tilted after the first match, because, I'm sure everyone knows it really didn't go that well, but then after that I switched to Reimu, and then I kind of just locked in for a while. It seems like it paid off. Reimu, even though she had
says, Oscar, I'm really scared. What do you say to them?
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty scared of him too.
You're both scary players.
This is your opportunity. Intimidate him.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess we'll see what happens next week.
Also, with the first credit, I can't speak for everyone, but I really enjoyed after it was over just the break to suddenly scoring. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I figured. I mean, I knew I had already lost at that point, you know, so I figured like might as well just mess around.
We figured you would use it for the practice stage 6. That's kind of ballsy.
I don't need to practice Junko.
Oh,
If there's one
man.
possible stage I feel like I'm really good at in this game, is stage 6.
I mean, this match showed that.
Wow, now I gotta collect myself so I can commentate your grand finals next weekend, right?
Perfect timing. That's it. It's set. It's set in stone. The time is not set. Oscar, by the way, I have a ping for you in the Winter Meets channel. It is
Oh yeah, I saw
time.
that. I just haven't.
It
I
is
just haven't filled it
time.
yet.
Izunizumi versus Oscar, the grand finals of this entire tournament. The stage 6 backgrounds have arrived. The double moons too. Holy shit. If honestly, this is one of the matchups I definitely imagine like coming down to Izunizumi and Oscar. It's here now. Now, here's the thing, Oscar. You are starting with obviously down 1 credit because you're coming down from the lower bracket, right? Do you think that's gonna like
Yeah.
affect you a lot, or do you think you could like recover? Assuming you know this goes full best of 7, which it probably will, because it will be likely over 2 days. So
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is a bit like. It makes me a little bit nervous knowing that I'm going in already with essentially 1 loss. But I don't know. I guess usually it feels like the first match kind of decides for me, like how I'm feeling. Like
yeah, you do not want to go
I don't know how
2-0
to explain
down.
it really, but
You definitely
Yeah, I
do not
just
want to
really
go
hope
2-0 down.
definitely don't want to lose the first one. So at least then it would be like even. I feel like losing the first one would be a bit bad, but I have to be prepared for that too.
Nicely done, Oscar. You gave us a hell of a show,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, the shot type selections for grand finals will be very interesting because
Oh yeah.
obviously you switched from Marisa to Raisin to Reinu, and Izunizomi has been switching shot types around as well to try to like optimize the miss difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like have
I
the
mean,
biggest
he has a lot
buffer.
of choices.
Yeah.
And I guess I won't be able to like know what he's gonna choose until the match has actually started. So like,
yeah.
well, I guess neither of us can really plan in advance because we don't know what that one is gonna pick.
But Loke
who knows,
having a much
maybe I'll play
smaller
Sanae or
spread
something.
does make it a little easier to try to predict, but it will be very interesting to see that, especially if the shot type metagame evolves during the finals themselves.
I assume you'll be keeping Reimu for now, right?
I mean, I don't know. It definitely went well this time. I don't
Honestly,
know. I'll have
you
to have a
have-
think on what shot to use.
I mean, you have like what 5-6 days to just kind of like practice around with 1-shot attempts and just see what works, right? Just see, you
Yeah.
know, do like 1 or 2 credits a day. But wow, it's
I will say I'm hoping to see Sanae, but
I don't know.
Maybe. Sanai, will
performance
Sanai have a
period.
free miss advantage over good shots in IN?
Sane
yes.
is yeah, right, yeah.
The base penalty was 0.3, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
point two.
Oh, okay.
It would depend how much Oscar values that free miss difference then.
Depends on the shot that Izunizomi chooses as well.
And the thing is, they don't know. Like, is it like Oscar doesn't know what shot Izunizumi is gonna pick until the match, you know, actually starts. You can't like predict your shot based on you know watching the stream or anything. So there's some very interesting mind games that could happen there, especially on like the 2nd and 3rd credit. All right, well. It feels weird to like, you know, finally like, you know, hosting this tournament and now finally seeing this finals, you know, screen and just being like, oh shit, it's over next weekend. Like, it was meant to be over this weekend, by the way, but we couldn't get the grand finals scheduled. I will say this again. There was technically one possibility in which we could have had the grand finals this weekend. One single possibility, and it involved Maki having to possibly do 10 credits a day in a single day on Saturday.
Yeah.
And no. Just no, I'm not forcing someone to possibly do 10 Touhou credits on a day. Because the only way it could have happened is if Maki played both the losers bracket, like round 3 and round 4 on the same day. My original plan was to have it on Friday, but on Friday there is no possible time to do that, so here we are.
Yeah.
But hey, that means you have one more week to, you know, hype the fuck out of this tournament. I'm gonna see if I can get some insane promotions for this, because this match like is probably gonna be like competitive Touhou history, and I really hope it goes all the way. Like honestly, script-wise, the script here right here is to go 3-3 and Oscar has to cap PDH at the end. That's the script. That's the fucking script.
This is Oscar's fault. He needs to buy me a new throat. He needs to buy me new vocal cords.
I also still want to see a tie.
We'll see if that happens. But yeah, if there was a tie and it came down to best runs, that would be really interesting as well. But
If
yeah.
Izunozumi uses a bad shot, by the way, I would actually get to finish my run before him, maybe, and that's like never happened. I've always been the one to finish last.
If it's solo Sakuya, that's a very similar one.
Solo Sakuya. Yeah, she takes longer. Slowke with Rain was about 35 minutes, and with Sakuya is 40-41.
All right.
And Sakuya would be a way where Imperishable Knight could actually have a better base penalty than Loke.
Yeah. By the way, I've just skimmed over the VOD for the final credit. If you died, Oscar, you would have had a good time. You were probably still won, because Izunozumi's what? Spirit for Pantheon's final credit during the async matches was a 7 miss.
Okay.
So that
Well,
would
yeah,
have
it
likely been a win for you. But honestly, like you have no idea what that would have done to like your mental state. Honestly, like if you miss on PDH and you have to do a
You would be
5th
absolutely
credit.
spent.
Yeah.
It also wouldn't
I mean,
know
Phoenix
that
would have
that's the
still
run
been
you're
like a
against
good
either.
run, but it definitely wouldn't have felt that good after like the 2 LNNs, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like what
Like,
does that do to your mind?
2-2 even with 2 LNNs would be a bit.
Yeah, what does that do to your
Uncomfortable.
mind? Like you know, you have you LNN twice, and then you still have to like possibly lose, right? Like that's just mind spin at that point.
A comment from Izunozomi in the chat. I'm practicing solo Reimu. That is a base score of 0.6.
Oh,
That would be a double base score of 0.6 if it's Reimu.
Oh, okay. Congratulations, Oscar. Congratulations, Spirit.
I mean, you are
Spirit.
guaranteed at least 2nd place at this point, so that's nice. We have the top 4 locked in.
Pretty good.
This is the end of the line for Brazil, but that's okay. We did very well here, and there will still be Brazil in the finals because I'll be there. Yeah!
Alright, I'm gonna go get the raid started here. And this has been a stream and a half, but it's not over. Next weekend is Inazumi versus Oscar. Holy shit. There will be likely Sunday tiers today. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be hosting it. It might be Sarah's hosting it, but we'll see about that. And yeah, catch you all.
Be there.
Yeah, catch you all next weekend for the culmination of this insane playtest, by the way, tournament. And we will see you around for Izunozumi versus Oscar. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And for the last time, Brazil!